hello. Honestly, oh my god, it's been that long that I've done a stream. It's been a hot minute. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out, Crazy. Holy crap. Yeah, it's not deco, it's going to be the structures. We're going to showcase everything we've done. It's finally been finished. We've got that submitted this week. It's off to Wildcard and CourseForge to look at. So I'm really hopeful that it gets accepted. And I just thought I'd show you what we've done. I'm going to go through every piece, show you what also we've got in terms of like things to help you, because there is a lot in the mod as well. So I forget myself, so hopefully you'll be able to see the little guide that we've pulled together as well. And we're busy working on the deco mod as we speak. So that's why I've put deco mod in the title. But it's structures I'm going to be showing you. It is fully finished. We've got a page and everything devoted to it on CourseForge. And yeah, we'll see how this one turns out. Hopefully you enjoy it. There's been an absolute ton, and I mean a ton of items, structures added to it since the last stream as well. So I'm going to show you everything all the way through, all of the structure sets, all of the items, what we envisage you can do with them, where you would use them, that type of thing as well. But as always, if you're new to the channel, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate you being here. If this isn't your first rodeo, again, I appreciate your continued support. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. We've got, how many people we got in here at the moment? We've got 48 people, so it's a good start. We will get a few more in. As always, I do try and keep the chat as best I can throughout these streams. So if you want to shout out, you've got any questions you want to ask me about the mod or anything in particular, it doesn't have to be ARC related, pop it in the chat, and I'll do my best to answer it and keep with that as well as we go. But yeah, we'll start with some shout-outs as always. So big warm welcome to Fletcher. It's been a while, buddy. How you doing? To Mac-tastic. How's it going? Has done a build for a modern house in ASE yet? I've done a few. There's quite a few on ASE if you check the channel. Mac. Crazy Respawn. How you doing, pal? Welcome back. How you doing? Janos, I always say that every time, but how you doing? All that from Canada, the 51st state. How you doing, buddy? Slayer Zeno, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Amanda Burns, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Baha, as always, buddy. Have you dyed your hair? I haven't. It's I need a cut, so that's why it might look a little bit different. But yeah, I ain't dyed my hair, mate. we're au naturel, au naturel. This is the coolest mod you'll see all week. I hope, you know what, I'm biased, but I would agree. It's one of the best structure mods on the planet. Of course he has. He's well into his 40s. He has to dye his hair. Cheers, Crazy. Thanks for that, mate. 1840 Charlie, how you doing, pal? Welcome to the stream. Who else? We got Gia Dayton, as always. Welcome to another stream, buddy. Cara Ark, how's it going? Breeny, how you doing? Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Mike's Gaming Away, as always, sir. Hope you're doing well, son, and welcome to the stream. Such a slacker, not streaming for us weekly, lol. Well, you know what? I can't get a stream in. The Monarchs are taking over. They're taking all the viewer count away from us, so I'm waiting to get this finished, then we'll go back to weekly streams. But seriously, how you doing, pal? Cyan Empress, welcome back. Catnip, how's it going? Do we have a release date? We don't. I'm hopeful that we'll get this out, or will be out or released end of the month. But from what I've heard, CourseForge do take a while to get to looking at these mods. It all depends on how many people have put mods in or put them forward as well. But I've been told it's normally about a 2-week process, and we submitted them on, was it Thursday or Wednesday? Crazy, I can't remember, but it was this week. It was submitted, so we'll see how that goes. And Fletcher, honestly, buddy, thank you so much for your continued support. 37 months as a member, and a giga tier as well. Absolutely phenomenal. Thank you so much for your support. Unbelievable, mate. Haven't been on ARC for a bit, but I'm going to be rejoining the ARC journey soon. Excited to see what you guys come up with. Well, if you do join the servers, mate, we've got 10 of these going now, so we'll welcome you back. But thank you so much, man. What a way to make an entrance as well, Fletcher. Cheers, buddy. Yeah, Wednesday, so it was submitted on Wednesday, so I'm hopeful. Heard nothing back yet. We've got a nice little email to say thank you for showing interest in submitting your mod. Someone will be in touch with you shortly, so who knows what's going to happen. Fingers crossed. Mac-tastic says thanks for the answer to my original question, but I messed up and said ASE and meant Ascended. I've done quite a few. I haven't done many builds in terms of tutorials. I've got a lot of streams very early on. I've done a couple of modern houses, but they're streams, they're live streams, so you would have to watch them probably in ×2 or ×3, but no tutorials as of yet, buddy. Slayers in this, I look forward to seeing the released. So the Release Crazy and Aaron have done a great job. And Mike's Gaming Away says, I am on Monarchy right now doing some resource gathering while listening to your soft, manly voice. Ah, get you, man. Get you. So how is Monarchy going anyway? Because it seems like there's a lot of people streaming at the same time as well. So how do you manage that as well in terms of, like, you know, when you're putting the content together? Are you all in each other's streams, or are you just streaming individually? Crazy says, though ASE and ASE are pretty easy to follow as long as you know how ASE works. And Baha says, which mod is premium? Both are just the structure. So we're going to be doing this on a... The plan is, on moving forward, there's always going to be free mods. The decors will always be free. And we're going to see what we do with the structures. So the structures, at the moment, this one will be premium. But yeah, the decor mod will be free. And we're not going to scrimp on it either, so it's going to have a lot of features in there. And again, I will showcase that shortly as well, because Crazy's just been working his magic just recently. Very similar to, has anyone seen the visual structures? Is it visual storage? That's the one. We're doing something similar with things like the weapon racks, so for your swords and your spears and stuff. So the more items you put in, the more visual it gets. So Crazy told me that was completed last night, so I will showcase all that once it's fully up and running. Candice Livingston, how are you doing? Got a pot roast in the oven, but I'm here. Sounds nice, man. And Slayer Zina says, I shall accept all hugs. Baptist DVLG. I don't know what that bit means, but thank you so much, Baptist. Appreciate the $11.99. Thank you so much for that, buddy. Will the mod be released on PlayStation 5, Xbox, and PC? Absolutely, it'll be crossplay. All the mods that we do will be crossplay, 100%, buddy. But thank you so much, man. What a way to make an entrance. I think I've seen you in the streams before, so thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. And yeah, Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Just Sarah says, I'd shovel out a good hunk of cash for this. Again, we're going to keep it on the cheap side as well. It's going to be, we've asked them, we've submitted. We want to go in at the $5 mark, so we're not going to go greedy, but it will help moving forward for other mods as well. So yeah, fingers well and truly crossed. And yeah, man, I can't wait to show you a few more people in, and we'll make a start. I promise. Sarah's so rich she can shovel cash, and yeah, you know what? I'm hopeful there's a lot in there. And again, the thing we're looking to do as well moving forward, it's not just going to be here, so release that mod, and that is it. We've got loads of ideas. There's loads of things that we're actually busy modelling at the moment that hasn't even made this cut. So we'll be looking at different structure, skin structure kind of folders. So we've got 4 at the moment. We're going to add more. Because there was too much, literally there's just far too much to put in there, and we had to kind of draw the line at some point and get it released. So, but it will be supported regularly. There will be regular updates to it as well. So again, if you do decide to purchase it, and yeah, it'll be something that's going to be supported over a long period of time as well. So yeah, man, can't wait for you to see it. Right, I think we'll make a start. We've got enough people in here to make it worthwhile. Again, hopefully you enjoy it. It has been submitted, so this is although we're open to suggestions and ideas, what you see is pretty much what is being released on Phase 1. Before I do start, though, I need to say thank you, as always, to the sponsor of the channel. That's Nitrado and Chill Blast. Without them guys, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. If you do want to join the servers, join my Discord. They're all free to play. We've got 10 now ASA servers. Loads on there. Really friendly community. Very helpful indeed. And also, if you want to get your own Nitrado servers, there is a link in the description. Shameless plug. And it does help me out as a creator as well. But without further ado, I think we should get cracking with the nagging. Bar says, I'm hyped for this build challenge. What I made during testing was good, but I saw potential for builds so much better than what my creativity would come up with. You know what? And I think that's one thing I really can't wait to do is next month, hopefully when it's released, the next build challenge will be a medieval build challenge. Goes without saying. And yeah, we're going to see what people can actually come up with this mod, because there's a lot of pieces in it, and I hope, as I said, the pieces will help you not just build medieval stuff though, but I can see potential for other builds as well. Mike says, so Aaron Longstaff is crazy respoken working for pennies or on the dollar. Yeah, man, we're working for free at the moment. We're all working for free at the moment. No one's bought it. No one's bought it. It's all just love. Same Baha, like me, Gate is awesome, but I'm looking forward to really diving in and trying to push more creative looks and styles. Mystical Mavar? Well, will the skins only work on vanilla, or will they work on modded structures like ASR? So they do work on Architect Structured Remastered. So again, a lot of people have confirmed that. I believe most of the items work on ASR. It all depends. I think I said this last time. It all depends on whoever created the mods, whether they use the same tags as the vanilla structure. So if they didn't use the same tags, then it won't work. Only vanilla style structure. Absolutely, yes. So if it's a vanilla style structure and they've used the same tags, it will work. Fletcher says, I will be joining your servers when I do rejoin Ark. Just, I'm in some other games now, like Once Human. The servers I was on had a really high ping, so it was unable to play. And Baha says, we gotta add the nanny mod for the build challenge. We need realistic NPC. Yeah, that would be cool as well. That would be so good. Right, okay. So the first thing I want to show you before I do start is what we have tried to do, because a lot of mods, when you download a mod, it's very difficult to see what's in the mod, how you access the mod, where you find it, all that kind of stuff. So what we have added, and it will be in the description of the mod itself when you go into CourseForge. But we've got like a little, what's it called? A little user guide that we've pulled together. So again, this will be downloadable, so it'll be on a PDF format, so it can be on your phone. And it basically just tells you kind of how to equip and use the skins, how to change the different variations on the skin, because all the skins have got different variants, how to flip the skins, and also as well, there will be, eventually when we get round to it, all of the different kind of paint regions as well. There's going to be a full kind of guide on all the paint regions, but each individual skin set has got the base items. So you can see the base items on there, and it basically shows you all the variations of each item. So again, rather than to cycle through everything and trying to find them, it should be relatively easy to kind of follow. And it's the same with the village skins, the dungeon skins, and obviously this is where it's probably most important, the trim skins, because there's quite a few different trims and different items do different things as well. So I'm hopeful that'll help a few people out as well, because as I said, I don't know about you guys, but whenever I download a mod, I always kind of struggle to find kind of where everything is. So again, there'll be a link to that. I'll put it in the Discord as well. There'll be a link in the Discord as well. For everyone to find. Slayer's Dino says, I found it works on some of my mods, but I'll have to open games to collect the list. I can share when I get the chance on Discord if it helps. It would. As I said, I think Crazy's hit the nail on the head. As long as it's a kind of vanilla looking structure, that'll work. Anything's kind of like peaked or sloped or kind of different designs to like the vanilla stuff, it probably won't work. All right. So I've cleared a huge flat spot, and all I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to be following my own guide that we pulled together, because there's that many structures now that I tend to forget what goes where. So I'm going to be referring to this myself, and hopefully it's all gonna work. Tinty says, can we get some Aaron themed merch? I was thinking a pillar shaped body pillow. I do have merch. I don't know. It's more around Barry the Prick and Bruce, but there is merch. But again, no, there's none like specific to just me in the channel. Cyan Emperor says, I can say it works on most ASR, not the Windows on ASR though, for some reason. Yeah, and I think that's probably just the tag. Thank you so much, Louise, for the donation. I really appreciate that. I'm sorry I didn't see how much that was, but really appreciate it. Honestly, thank you so much. That Streamlabs, $5 tip. Thank you so much, man. That's the first one of them I'm getting for a long time, so I appreciate that. Thank you so much for your support. And yeah, man, I can't thank you enough. Louis, not Louise, it's Louis. Thanks, Louis. God. Right, okay. So, first and foremost, we'll start with the foundations. Keep it simple. I'm going to do the castle structures first. Then we're going to go through the village structures. We'll then do the dungeon. Again, there's been a lot of things added to that. Then we'll go through all of the different trims that we've added. And as I said, we will be adding to this on a regular basis. But for now, we're going to start with what we've got. Let me get a few more of these foundations up. Every time I should be by now. I should be equipped, but I'm not. Thank you so much, Louis, man. Honestly. Right, okay. So, what's happening? Crazy respawn. There we go. 74 months, mate. Honestly, absolutely phenomenal. And call me crazy, but this is going to be a long stream. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Will it be? How many pieces have we got? I think we've got over 200 items in here. We need a shirt with the logo that says, let's get cracking for the knacking. You know what? That's not a bad idea, Candice. And Baha says, Louis is your oldest fan. 83-year-olds, my favourite tri-mid behind Sir. Oh, really? Thank you so much, man. What an absolute legend. What an absolute legend. Yeah, 250 items. Wow. Right, okay. Let's get on with them then. Let's get on with them. Let's talk in Longstaff. So, foundations. Start, as I said, with the castle skins. So we do have 3 different foundations. And these are them. Now, everything's been labelled now, so that everything's got its own name. So, smooth tile is this grey one here. And the second variation is flagstone. So, again, 3 different variations of the foundations. And they are all paintable as well. And I will do the paintable stuff afterwards once we've got everything down. Something's going on with the graphics on this as well. I feel like the graphics have been turned down for some reason. Why does it feel blurry? Why does it feel blurry? It seems... feels blurry to me. I don't know why. Unless it's just... This is just my eyes. Are we able to paint them? Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And again, there's lots of paint regions on lots of them as well. So again, kudos to Crazy for working this out. Hopefully, as I said, a lot of people do ask about paintable structures, and normally there's limitations, but every item's paintable. And lots of them have got multiple paint regions as well. But yeah, so this is kind of what we're going for. This is going to be the standard. This is the base. This is the castle stuff. This is the smooth stones. And this is the flag stones as well. And it's the same. Same with your quarters. I'll show you all 3 of them. Again, if you have been watching these streams, you will notice that a lot of these have already been shown. But again, we have kind of made lots of changes to these in terms of like the textures, you know, how they look, how they blend together, that type of thing as well. Mike's Gaming Away says, buddy, thank you so much. Even donating when he's streaming himself. Thank you so much, pal, for your continued support. Your eyes are starting to show their age, lol. That's what it is. But yeah, let's get rid of these dinos as well. There we go. Yeah, it just, for some reason, I don't know if it was just me or it was just the, just seems a bit blurry since the update, but hey-ho. The flagstone is nice. Yeah, it is. It's we had 2 different versions of cobblestones, but we've ditched one of them, and we decided to go for the flagstone as well. So again, the good thing with all of these quarter foundations is that if you place them next to a large foundation, they do blend fairly well, and that's the same with all of them as well, to be honest with you. And that was kind of, I've said this a few times, that's kind of something I was really kind of keen to make sure that worked. So if you are building something and you're using kind of quarter foundations, on the inside, the whole thing should hopefully kind of blend together. So, like so, which I do think's a nice little touch. Titty says your monster, that innocent family of yeah, well, they were getting in the way, man. They were getting in the way. Froman says, strange things happen to my game lately. Wolves with normal faces when I start playing, and then after a while, showing pointy snout. Yeah, I noticed that earlier when I first logged in as well. You got the whole kind of like, you know, the boxy pixelated graphics again, and it's probably because they're messing about with because they're doing like a UE 5.5 update, aren't they? But yeah, that's probably what they're doing, because I noticed that as soon as I spawned in. So there we go. So we got quarter foundations on both castle sets. Same with the triangle foundations as well. So I'm going to quickly go up the triangles. We'll do all of them. All right, the quarter foundations, we need to remember those. Yeah, again, it's something I use quite a bit in terms of if you're doing overhangs for buildings and stuff, and it's always good as well if you're using these to be able to put like a kind of an offset door frame and stuff as well. But again, one of the things that kind of threw me off or put me off using quarter foundations was always that they didn't match on the inside to the kind of full foundation. So yeah, I'm happy with how they've turned out, to be honest with you. There are walls for special needs too. Well, maybe that's where it is. Maybe that's where it is. Right, okay. The reason why I'm putting a few out, I want to kind of show you that they've got different variations as well, which is pretty cool. So I'm just going to switch all these. So again, you can make quite cool patterns with these. You've got a left and a right variation on the triangle foundations. So they do blend pretty well. It was almost impossible to get these perfect. But again, in terms of, if you look at most kind of triangle foundations, there's a kind of a big offset with them. These do blend fairly well, especially if you're looking at ground height. So hopefully squares line up. But again, each one does have a left and a right, so you can make quite cool patterns with these as well. So again, just going left, right. And there we go. So you can make some quite cool patterns on the interior as well, which I think's quite a cool little feature. So again, same with the smooth. And obviously with the you can spend a lot of time. So if you're not happy with kind of how I keep calling it cobblestone because that's what it was originally. If you're not happy with the flagstone and how they look, you can keep mixing these up with the left and the right and get different kind of variations of the flagstone as well. Oh, typical. There we go. Yeah, but they blend so well, and now when painting the lines up, yeah, exactly. Thank you so much, and I think that's kind of one of the big reasons why we went down that way. So again, there's all your foundations on the castle side. So we've got obviously the main foundations there. You got your quarter foundations that hopefully you'll see the blend fairly well, and we've also got the triangle foundations at the bottom there. Cool. There is any chance to make glass foundation? There could be, but again, it wouldn't really blend. I wouldn't really go with like a medieval style geodating, but we can do, the thing is, because it's modded now, the kind of sky's the limit. It sounds cliche, but you can literally build whatever you want as long as you've got the skill set to do it. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is the walls. So again, get a couple of walls out there. Oh. The walls themselves, we do have a couple of variations of the walls now. So we've got two. And I'll show you why and what we've done with that. Sky isn't the limit. The limit is 48. The arc border. Echo, thank you so much for the sub. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, the arc limit is 48. But yeah, walls themselves. So the good thing with the walls, they do blend well together. So you'll notice when you put the skin on them, they do kind of blend super well on the corners. So a lot of the time you won't need to use pillars to make them look good. But one thing that was quite noticeable was that if you are placing, and I will show you in a sec, you know what, we'll put them down because most people have seen this. If you were placing a dungeon wall alongside it, you would always pretty much have to put a pillar on each side. But these now do have a variant of a smooth edge. So again, if you are using this to kind of edge something off or in the middle of a build, you can put a smooth side to it as well. So Safario, holy moly, it's been a while. How you doing, man? It's been absolutely ages. Hope you're doing well, buddy. And welcome to the stream, man. And how you doing? So yeah, 2 different variations of the walls. That's your standard one, and we've also got a smooth edged as well, which again, you could just use a smooth edge. It doesn't really matter. It's not, and they do blend pretty well together as well, to be fair. So you can mix and match because the texture is pretty seamless, and because there's lots of bricks, it doesn't really matter which one you use. But the reason we went for that one, the smooth one, is predominantly for button up against something else that doesn't necessarily match properly. But yeah, I think that makes a big difference. Next, we have got the doors. So I'm just going to put a few more foundations down. Just get rid of these guys. And we put a few more foundations down for now. Come on. Right. Okay, so, you know what? So we'll start with the short doors. So again, I'm trying to do this as methodically as I can. Safario says, doing good, and thanks. Moved back home to Puerto Rico. Just jumped into YouTube and saw you live. Had to come check this showcase. Ah, good man, I appreciate it. And I'm glad you're back to YouTube, buddy. I'm glad you're back at it. Mystical Mayavar says, is there a possibility to have the structure variants listed individually in the radial wheel instead of cycling? Not yet, purely because this is the way that Wildcard has structures and how the structures work. And that's why, obviously, I did add this kind of guide that I'm kind of using myself now as well with a full list of them. But again, I'm not saying it can't be done. But as it stands at the moment, this is kind of how the standard structure kind of system works. The skin works, sorry, for with Wildcard. But yeah, that would be pretty cool. Yeah, if you went up to it and they were all in there, I do get that. It would be pretty epic. I am digging all the mods, but I do sometimes miss building in vanilla. Yeah, so you know what? Me and you too. Me and you too, Fletcher. I'm the same. But what I will say is, mods has, yeah, it has changed the way Ark is and how Ark's played, and it's also helped Wildcard out as well. You know, a lot of the mods that they see, and look at the new announcement with Asterios. You know, they're using someone else's mod or map and bringing it into the official servers. It's something I would like to add later down the line, but would take a few weeks to work it all out. If it's easy to implement, I'd do it. And has anyone made a gun tool that allows you to remotely activate and inactivate a wheel, or even cycle through modes? I think there is now, Safaria. There's quite a few different gun mods. Right, let me show these off now. Let's get them. How many we got? We got 2. Got 2 of the small walls. So again, this is your standard structure, and hopefully you'll see that they've all got names now as well, so when you cycle them through them, they're not just variation 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the arched version. Another thing I didn't show you guys as well, that when you're placing the walls over the foundations, they blend pretty well also as well. So this is kind of something I do on every build now, because I just don't like the fact that the foundations have got like a bit of a gap. But yeah, works fairly well. So the large door, this has got 2 variations as well, I believe. Yes, it does. I need to find that yesterday. I manually switched 1 million glass walls into... Oh, no. What you building, Safiro? What you building, buddy? So, again, 2 different variations of this one. It's a standard, and you've got the column with that as well. And, yeah, when I get up the doors, hopefully you'll see we've made some improvements with the doors as well. ESR's a gun in their mod for that. But that's a full structure mod instead of a skin mod, so I have a feeling it works differently. Yeah, that I believe that's specific to... Well, it is. It will be specific to their mod as well. Okay, next one is your double doors. Or your double doors. Standard, and we've got the column as well. And that leads me to the windows. I was rebuilding an old one just to see how it looks on ASA. Yeah, and I think that's the thing. I've tried that previously as well. It'll be interesting to see how it turns out as well, Safiro, because of the size, the dimensions of the walls, a lot of builds that I did didn't kind of transition across to ASA very well. Okay, well, we got window frames next. And there is... Let me have a quick look. Wow, we've got lots. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 7 different variants of the windows. So I saw your Raptor pen and it looked very good. Yeah, some do. Some don't look too bad, but a lot of them, yeah, don't transition across very well. Okay, so I think I said that was 6, didn't I? Okay, so that's the standard one there, and then we're just going to cycle through all the different variants. So we have the arched, the rounded door frame, sorry, window frame as well. Got the double arch. So again, there's the good thing with this mod as well, which I'm really happy about. There is an absolute ton of window variations. Plus, you can also make your own as well, which I am really happy about. There is one more. So again, quite a few different variants of glass. 7 actually in total. And yeah, one of my favourites is the double arched. I don't think I've ever used the guns in Ark. I always used compound bows. Those are my favourite weapons. I haven't seen the look of these in ASA. You know what? What I will say is that ASA, the graphics and stuff do look really good. They have made a good job of yeah, kind of keeping kind of almost like the old school version, old school kind of feel to Ark, but obviously just massive improvement in terms of the graphics. Why can't I get rid of that? I've already smashed it. Nova Ray, is there an easier way to cycle through the skin variations? There's not at the moment. I mean, the ideal scenario would be to have some form of gun to be able to cycle through them, but kind of it's exactly the same. This basically, the way this works is exactly how, for instance, the Bob's Tall Tales, so like the Frontier pack or the Steampunk pack, it's exactly how Arcs works. Obviously, we've got a lot of extra variations on ours as well, so it does take a little bit longer. But my recommendation would be, once you kind of get used to the mod, you'd probably kind of just build your structure pretty much using the vanilla pieces, and then afterwards reskin it and cycle through the variations. Secret door, not too much to show you with that one. Oh, it's exactly the same as the main door. There is just 2 variations of that as well. So, quickly show you. The hell? That was weird. That was weird. There we go. So 2 versions. Again, we've got the flat. And we've got the smooth on there as well. One of the things that was suggested was like a secret bookshelf secret door. But the problem was, and Crazy's found this out, that the actual, I believe, the secret door shares the exact same structure, characteristics, let's say, of the wall. So you would have a wall with a bookshelf on there as well, so you couldn't have it as an individual item. Yeah, you know what, Saphira? It's one of these things where it's kind of like it was almost like needed, because every build I was doing, we were adding pillars to it, and quite quickly realised that you don't want to be using a lot of pillars. That you don't want to be using pillars for every single one you do. So, right. Next thing I want to show is sloped walls. Sloped walls. There we go. So, I'm going to do this all the way along again. Dutch Lerinen, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Best building guides. Oh, thank you so much, man. It's been a while since I've done a guide, to be fair. But I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, pal. So they are your standard slope walls with a nice little kind of detail on the top there. And again, I'm just going to go through all the variants. Next one is a circular window. So again, really kind of happy with how these have turned out. So we've got a circular window without any kind of panes of glass in there as well at the moment. There's also a circular glass version, which I'm going to show you now. There we go. So we've got one with the glass in there as well. And we've also got a second variant. And again, the glass is individually paintable as well as the structure itself, which we will show you in a sec. Can't wait for this, even if I have to individually cycle through each variant, says Mystical. Yeah, you know what? It's one of these things, as I said, we're going to support it for a long time, so if there is improvements to be made, 100%, they will be added. Oh, there we go. Made a mistake. And same with this one. It does have a glass variant on that as well. And this is probably my favourite. This is probably my favourite piece that we've added. We've now got what have we called this? A shallow sloped wall as well. So this is going to hopefully be a bit of a game changer in terms of skins. So you should be able to, when you're building on official servers, be able to build shallow roofs as well. So, and I'll show you kind of how this all kind of comes together and how we can put this together, because we have got lots of variations of roofs as well, and roof eaves and all that kind of stuff as well. But in terms of sloped walls, that's what we've got in the castle set. As I said, this is probably my favourite out of all of them. I'm not going to lie, and can't wait to kind of see what people come up with when they're using this. But yeah, I'll show you. We'll show you what we can do with it, and yeah, man. Frank, that's the thing. So we have submitted this to Wildcard. So hopefully, if it does get approved, it will be on official settings servers as well. So we've designed this to work on all of the official servers, using all of the official kind of structures, the vanilla structures as well. So yeah, that's why it's not a mod. That's why we've gone down the the skin route as well. We'll get rid of this and I'll sort this out. So we've also got the large walls as well, and two variants. Some of what you've just seen before. We'll just get this out so we can see everything. I don't know why I'm getting crazy snap points. It's because our quarters aren't there, damn it. Right, okay. So yeah. Again, just two different variations. Again, we've got one that's... No, we haven't. We've got one. I was going to say we've got a smooth one, as we haven't. We've got one. There we go. So that is... Again, I'm just referring back to the user guide because I forgot what we've got. So that is the walls. Let us just put a few more foundations down. switch them across. There we go. Okay, so the next thing we need to show you is the quarter walls. So we've got 3 different quarter walls. First one is just a standard quarter wall. Second one is your smooth quarter wall. And again, where I can see this coming in quite nicely is, obviously if you're building a wall, that'd be great. But this would also work as battlements as well. So if you want to kind of, if you're doing a big, large tower or a big, large structure, you could use these kind of ones with the flat edges every other, like I've pretty much done there, and use these to kind of top off your tower, your battlement. The next one is, this is my favourite in terms of the quarter walls. We've now got, a lot of people's been asking for this, we've now got a quarter railing. What you will notice as well, Crazy's done a great job. It's been redesigned. There's a new version of this now, so it looks 100 times better than the previous one that you used to seeing. But yeah, we've now got quarter railings. I know a lot of people's been asking for that in official. A lot of people's been asking wildcard for that. They haven't done that. So again, it is in with your quarter walls. So we've now got, as I said, a quarter railing, which again is my favourite out of the quarter walls. I think that is it with the quarters. In terms of the railings, we've got a few variations of that now as well. Wait, what's that? Quarter walls. So we're going to go railing 1, railing 2, railing 3. Right, so first one is just a new version of the railing that you've pretty much seen. Different versions of that as well, so I'll quickly show you kind of the slope ones as well. If I can, come on, there we go, and we'll do the other one. Good thing with these as well, just like the previous ones, they blend super well in terms of like how they kind of, you know, stick together. A lot of them do have kind of gaps in the middle, or gaps in between. So yeah, hopefully you'll see that there's a lot of time kind of gone into these as well. They work really well, and yeah, they blend super well together. Just thought I'd show you that. The next thing I want to show you is the new version of the battlements. So again, all you do is place your railing, cycle through. So we've got a new battlement. So again, and I will show you the other one we have got on the trim side. Second one has got the arrow loop in there as well. But basically, this one here is slightly different than the first one you've seen. It's still in there, but this one is pretty much, it's more flush with the wall. And the reason why we've gone down this route is that if wildcard don't accept the trim, because we've got one I will show you in a bit that kind of sticks out from the wall, you know, with the kind of arrow slits that you can fire down, then we do have a backup of this one here. So hopefully we'll keep both in and allow you to kind of do 2 or 3 different things. I will show you how you can redo the battlement that we've made using the vanilla stuff that we've put in there, but I'll show you that obviously in a sec. But yeah, 3 different variations of the railings. We've got the metal stone railing, we've got the battlement, and the battlement with the loophole. We did take your advice, Mike, if you're listening, and we made the interior a little bit kind of wider, a bit more like kind of real life. Yogite, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, and thank you so much, man. We did, so originally there was custom collisions and everything put there so you could shoot through them. You should be able to with this one, to be fair, given the fact that it's got the collision of a railing. So you have got a little bit through the top, you probably could. But as it stands, the collisions are the same collisions as the item that you're replacing. The previous one we did, that was more like it was a mod is, don't know if it's the best way to call it. It's a mod. It wasn't a skin structure, so to be able to do it in skins, unfortunately, you've got to keep the skin collision. Kush Green, how you doing? Welcome back to the stream again. Hope you're doing well. And Lucas, how you doing? Thank you so much. Appreciate you being there. Likely release date, hopefully in a few weeks' time. It's been submitted to Wildcard. Just got to wait for them to come back and give us the go-ahead. Deborah, Alexander, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. I'm just going to put these next to each other and give myself a bit more space. One thing I will say is, obviously, I've been using this mod for a while, and although there's a lot of items to kind of to cycle through, it's quite intuitive, and you kind of get used to kind of where everything is fairly quickly, to be honest with you. So hopefully, it's not going to be too difficult for you to manage. And Mike's Gaming Oasis, honestly, pal, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate your continued support. Another 5 gifted members to the channel. Thank you so much for that, and a big warm welcome to Songbird, where's everyone else? They're taking their time. Where's everyone else? Just too much grain. No, man, I appreciate you, buddy, man. Thank you so much, pal. And I don't know who else has been gifted because they haven't shown up on the stream, but thank you so much, Mike. Honestly, you're an absolute legend, mate. Appreciate it, pal. Yes, Songbird took all 5. I'm doing well, Kush. I'm doing well. Thank you so much, man. Right, ceilings. Ceilings. So, same as before, there is 3 different variants of the ceilings. And the good thing is with these, they do line up very well with the foundations. And we've designed the ceilings so they're not actually... You can use them, obviously, on the inside of your building, which I'd expect you to do. But they have also been designed to look and blend very well with foundations. Because a lot of people, obviously on official servers as well, you can't really build on flat ground. So hopefully, if you haven't got much space, you can literally just stick a pillar underneath there and just keep going out till your heart's content. And they do blend very well with the foundations. Safario says, but how does that even work? Does the system randomly decide? Says Safario. On what part, buddy? What part, Safario? Yeah, exactly, Nova. Exactly. Chimera Cat, how you doing? Or Chimera Cat, Kate. Sorry, appreciate. I can't see your name. But yeah, it's and to be fair, Castles Kingston Forts was probably one of my favourite mods on ASE. And yeah, I just thought, you know what, this is what Ark needs, more medieval stuff. The gifted membership, sorry. Yeah, it's just random. It normally prioritizes people that's in the streams, people's watching. But if everyone was a member that was watching the channel, it would just pick a random subscriber. Chimera Kate, right? Okay. Two seconds, everyone. I'll be back. Yeah. I'm back. Cyan Empress says, damn, I'm still grey. More chance of getting picked if you hit the like button. Absolutely. If you hit the like button, there's more chance of getting picked. Fraser's in charge of the stream. That's why I come back so quick. Yeah, that's it. That's as much time as I can give you, crazy. So yeah, they're the ceilings, and it's the same for the quarter ceilings as well. So let's just quickly put them down. And the good thing with the quarter ceilings, they do blend fairly well also with the full ceilings. So again, it's very difficult to tell, especially when you're moving, which is a ceiling, which is a quarter ceiling. But yeah, they blend fairly well. And again, and I mention this all of the time, but in terms of when it rains, and I'm going to do it again, he says, if he remembers how to actually do it, all of the kind of the weather systems and stuff, they do work with all of the items, which is again, I'm really happy to see that, because a lot of obviously mods you kind of lose the weather system as well, which is frustrating. So yeah, you'll see it's not as shiny as, get out of it. It's not as shiny as the previous one, but it does. I mean, to be fair, I prefer this mod. I prefer looking at this in the rain, if I'm being honest with you, because it reminds me of like a medieval build. But yeah, you can see it gradually starts to get kind of darker, wetter, that type of thing. Easier to see from a distance. You know, to be fair, the flagstone for me looks really cool, and the shiny, the smooths. But yeah, in the rain, all works. Snow, all that kind of stuff works as well. So I forgot to mention that earlier. But it's not wood. It's not. I'm actually, but we've got a lot of wood in here though, so I'm really happy. Right. Okay. Next thing is the triangle ceilings. So let's just stick them out. Come on. Haven't got enough foundation support, but got enough for me to add. Again, rotated left, rotated right, exactly the same as the foundations. Just gonna get a few out there, and again, they do blend. They blend very well, to be honest with you. I mean, even if you look at wildcards, these do blend very, very well. You know, how you can get the line very much kind of straight, you know, horizontally and vertically as well. Nova Ray says, regarding snow, do the structures have snow inside? I hope wildcard they still do. So again, they do share wildcards kind of mechanics. So yeah, you could still use possibly, I don't know if you could or not, you might be able to use, there's a mod that reskins it and takes off the snow. You might not be able to do that. I don't know if you can or you can't. You might be able to. But yeah, at the moment it shares the mechanics of or the kind of the data of the wildcard stuff. It says, I'm just happy for more good looking options. No, you can't use the mod. There you go. Thanks for thanks for ruining it, crazy. Next thing is hatch frames. So again, I'll quickly show you guys them. So we've got 3 variations of the hatch frame also. Oh, no we don't, we've got 2. I should read my own document. There we go, 2. Because it wouldn't make sense to have a cobblestone hatch frame, would it? Okay. This one will be premium, but it's also coming out with a free deco mod that goes alongside that as well. So, Fletcher, man, honestly, thank you so much. It's been a while since you've been in the streams, and you're coming in with a $5 donation as well. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. Sorry, guys, have to head out. We'll check out the rest when I get back. Well done so far, fellas. Have a great day, everyone. Here's a drink on me. Thank you so much, pal. And yeah, man, don't leave it so long next time. Don't leave it so long. So there's the 2 and 2 hatch frames. Then it moves me on nicely to the actual hatch doors themselves. What is the stream lagging? Is the stream lagging? It seems okay for me. It looks okay for me. Yes, it will be if you join the build challenge. That's a good point, Baha. Yeah. We'll get 500,000 downloads and they'll all be free. Love it. Love it. Right, okay. Castle trapdoor. So we've got a new door as well. We've got quite a few new doors actually, which I'm happy to share. So skinned. That is the new version of the hatch door. So again, it is super detailed, to be fair. I'm really happy kind of how that's turned out. Fully paintable, as I said, different variations. Different regions, which I will show you in a bit. Also, we've got different versions of these castle doors as well. So, there was a bit of confusion when testing this. So, I'm hopeful I'll be able to explain this a bit better. So, we're going to stick them all in. And we're going to skin them all. So this is kind of what you would do normally when you're skinning these. So this one fits obviously perfectly. A lot of people were confused. Well, not confused, but saying like some of the doors fit and some of the doors don't. This one here, this is an arched door frame, but obviously this is a standard door. I'll quickly show you the two versions of this. So we've got two variations of the standard door. So we've got the door, and we've also got a door with a nice kind of a peephole in there as well. We've also got two other doors in here as well. So the next one in this, I mean, you could, to be fair, you could use this if you wanted to, but we do have an arched door as well. So we have an arched, and you can see this is slightly different, and it fills up the gap. So we've got two standard doors, and we've got two arched doors. We've got the standard arched door and the arched door with the peephole in there as well. And the front and the back is different as well. So you can see, obviously, it's got little locks on there, that type of thing. So pretty cool looking door from where we were. The last one was super orange, if you remember, and a few people kind of comment on that. This is kind of this is the colour we're going for. This is the colour we're going for, and we're sticking with it. So there's your standard door, or your short door. There's your arched door. We've also got the normal kind of long door, as I call it. And again, two different variations with that as well. Actually, there's three variations of that. We've also got this one with a glass window in there as well. Again, works super well. Lights the light through, and you can see through it. Different on the front, different on the back. So yeah, three different variations of the long doors. We'll stick in this one to the peephole just for now. And these are the same on the double doors as well. So you've got the standard double door, you've got the double door with the peephole, and also the double door with the windows. So again, we've gone nuts in terms of different variations on these doors. Originally we had one, now we've got three depending on what door you're looking for. But yeah, that was the main thing to kind of I wanted to go through tonight was the arch doors. A lot of people kind of use the standard, use this one and wonder why there's a gap. It's because it wasn't designed to fit in that door frame. That was it. Nova says different paint regions. Yes, they do. They've all got different paint regions. Again, I will go through all the paint regions once I've getting all the items out. Slayer says, I hope I have the new 2 terabyte solid state so I can get into the next build challenge. And the doors look better, just like the walls. We started off orange and you got there in the end. Yeah, so many different iterations. It's so hard. I think also as well what's difficult is that in the dev kit the colours look completely different to actually get them in game. So the amount of times where it would be uploaded to the dev kit or done in the dev kit, we have to go in game, play about with it a bit, then go back in the dev kit and keep tweaking things. So yeah, just split everything region 1, then everything region 2, and then everything region 3, and so on and so forth, says Crazy. I saw a lot of comments about the gap in the testers Discord. Yeah, and again, it's one of these things where, you know, if you don't know, you don't know. But yeah, it's there was two things we could have done. We could have reduced the size of this door frame, but I just think it's nice to have different sizes of doors. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't cause us too many problems, and hopefully when it is released, we're not going to get inundated with comments around the doors don't fit. But hey, we'll see. Mike's Gaming Away says the underlining skin colouring still affects the dye. It does, and some things are much better than others. But yeah, as Crazy said, the paint's a lot better. It's just so difficult, and I don't think there's any way around it. If you look at everyone else's mods, it's exactly the same. Things that are super clear and super kind of flat are easy to do. The other stuffs, like these, are a little bit difficult. But you know what? Let me quickly show you. They do paint very well. Is there a door that makes a chilling sound? There's not geodating. There's not yet. No custom sounds or anything at the moment. But again, as I said, we're supporting this one for a while, so we can add. We just want to get something out. so yeah, it paints very well. So yes, you can still see the different kind of tech, but it's again. I don't know how I feel if it was just all one solid color. I don't think it would look as good, but that's just me. So there's the red. That was region 1. No, you can see it paints. It does paint super well. That's region 1 again, but we'll go with region 2 now. And let's make that region 2. There we go. And I don't think there's any more regions on this one. There we go. Region 1 and region 2. If you want a green door on your castle, you can have a green door in your castle. But yeah, I think it prints really well. And the good thing is there's regions on there as well. Okay, so there's the doors. Miss Jen Zen, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Leprechaun lives there. It does. It does. Right, okay. Moving on. To I might have to make some more windows. Let's just see how many different variants we've got. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, because they share the same material as this. But yeah, so they don't. Some have got lots of regions. Some have got a few. Some have got one. Malcolm Scott says, Aaron been listening to Shakin' Stevens. Aaron been listening to Shakin' Stevens. What did I say, Malcolm? What did I say? What did I say? Was it a song? Was it a song title? How many did I say that was? 7. Did I say 7? I'll put a few more out there. Oh, the green door, right, okay. Okay, got you. Right. No, we haven't, Nova. We haven't seen. This is all purely the castle set at the moment. So this is the castle. We've got the castle, the village, the dungeon, and then the trim set we're going to go through. And again, there's been so many additions. It's actually crazy, to be fair. Okay, there we go. So the first one is your standard. So again, the castle set, it's all very similar in terms of like what they look like. But the good thing with this now is we've got different variations of glass. So I'm going to show you each one individually, but these glass pieces will go into any of the windows. And not just the castle windows, but these will go in the village windows. They'll also go into, if you wanted to, you can put them in the dungeon as well. So we've got different versions of glass. And these paint super well, which I will show you guys in a sec. I think, is that the last one? Yes. There we go. So we got glass, and again, the glass is really reflective, and it works really well. You know, looking outside, it's got a cool kind of dirty kind of look to it as well. But the glass works super well, in my opinion. We do geodating. We have jail windows as well. That's in the dungeon set. Or maybe I should have yeah, I should have shown me cards. I should have shown me cards. But yeah, this paints really well. And let me quickly show you. Get the right regions first. So there you go. You can see that paints. Oh, well, I'm painting random stuff now. I think it's 4 and 5. Yeah, it is. It's 4 and 5. You can see how this has got a green tint to it now as well. Colleen, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, the glass now does paint really well compared to what it used to. So does the bricks. You know what? I'm skipping ahead of myself, but let's just quickly show you the different paint regions. So again, the walls have 2 separate paint regions, or 3, I believe. So you can paint the. We can now paint the bricks a different color to the grout, and we can also paint. This is why I need the paint regions. There we go. So again, lots of different paint regions on these now. So again, hopefully, it's a lot better than what you were used to previously. And same with this as well. Different paint regions. This one has got, I believe, it's got 5 paint regions. Same with this one as well. You can actually paint, and I'll do them individually. Paint region 1 is your bricks. Paint region 2 is your grout. Paint region 3 is the offset to the tiles. Paint region 4 is the grout, and paint region 5 is your second lot of tile squares as well. So again, you can do like checkered flags. You can do loads of different things with these now as well. So again, they do paint, in my eyes, they do paint fairly well. It's been a rough week. My mum passed on Tuesday. I just woke up, so now it's coffee time. But I saw you. Oh, my condolences. I'm really sorry to hear that, Colleen. Yeah, I am sorry. Hopefully, you and your family are doing all right. Oh, that's rough, man. Sorry to hear that. But yeah, me castle's now looking nice and bright, which I don't like. But apparently people love to be able to paint stuff. And I remember when I was saying to Crazy when he was working on the paint and stuff, is just leave it, man. Just leave it. I'm just going to get some soap. I was saying just leave it because the whole purpose of this for me, I wanted this mod, and I will show you in a bit. The idea of this mod was I wanted so that if you weren't good with painting and colouring and stuff, you could just build something and it would look like a castle or it would look medieval. But some of you guys obviously love painting, so it's in there. It's in there. Right. That is the glass of windows. What cheers me up is you are actually building a castle. Yeah. Well, I'm not. So, but if you come on Tuesday, if you come to the stream on Tuesday, I've got something really, really special to show you, and I'll announce this at the end. But yeah, but basically, I've had someone building something in the background. We're looking to do a trailer for the video, so a trailer for the mod, and I want to try and invite all the community to kind of come and record with us. So, but we've got a set that we've built. using this structure skin, because I want to show you what you can actually do, the art of the possible. Because it's all good and well seeing all these items laid out like this, but hopefully when I show you what we've got on Tuesday, it'll give you a bit of food for thought, and it'll give you some suggestions and ideas yourself. Right. Next thing is on the list is these guys. So we've got the cellar door, we've got the new hangar door, and the barn door. So Wildcard nicely added new items to the structure sets as we're doing this mod. So we've had to redo new structures as well. But we've also got a few variations. So again, well, let's say variations. We've got the castle side of these, and again, these are just Wildcard standard items that they've just added. But we've also got, as I said, we've got a barn door now as well, a hangar door, and they all fit nicely. So if you want to build a bigger castle door, you can do now. You can stack 2 of these on top of each other, I believe. With walls, if you had a wall up, you could put 2 and have a really big kind of castle door. But again, I think they look pretty cool. And as I said before, you know, the paint works really well, to be fair. So there we go. So there's all your doors. There's all your windows. And there's all your glass. Oh. Just referring back to my my little guide. Right, pillars. Pillars, pillars, pillars. My favourite thing in the game. Okay, so. We've got more pillars now. So. Pillars, exactly, Carly. We got pillars. We got pillars. So we've got 4 standard pillars. So I'm gonna skin these now. So this is the standard pillar, which is a nice kind of chunky lad, which works really well, in my opinion, on edges of buildings when you're not too close to an enemy foundation. But yeah, this works really well if you're kind of wanting to, you know, make detail on the castle, fatten it up a little bit. Yeah, some of these might be, yes, Wildcard might say we don't like these because of collision and stuff like that, but we've got an idea on how we can bring these to the standard structure set. So there's a few things that might not make it. I'm hopeful that they just see everything's perfect and leave it all in. Right, and the second pillar we've got is we do have a short variant. So this is the one we think they might not like because it's a half pillar and it's still got the collision of a full pillar. I'm hopeful that they just forget about it, but they might not like that. We've also got another variant, which is a small pillar with a cap on the top there as well. So again, I'm really kind of like how that works, and that'll be good for scenarios where it's at the bottom of some stairs, or you just want to put some more detail around the castle. Maybe it's all the way around the top. But they're the 3 standard pillars that we've got. We've also got 2 beams. So I'm going to put the first one. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show this off a little bit different, in a different way. So first one there, second one there. So we've got 2 kind of fat beams. Scotty, beam me up. 2 fat beams. But we've also got now as well, we've got a half beam as well. So again, this should help if you're building things using quarter foundations, quarter ceilings. But again, with this, you've also now got, you can actually flip and rotate them as well. And the reason being is, depending if this is on the end, you can put that, you can flip and rotate it. These here, and these here are the items that we're a little bit nervy about as to whether or not Wildcard will allow them in the game. but we'll see. The idea is these are going to be used to kind of like, you wouldn't use these as a floating structure. You'd be using these as a trim. But yeah, wildcard work in mysterious ways. So we'll see what they come back with that one. The other thing I want to show you on the pillar side is the skinny pillars. So let us just... we all float down. Yeah, we do. We do. So again, similar to your kind of large pillars. We've got the skinny pillar. We've also got the half skinny pillar or the quarter skinny pillar. And my personal favorite again on this section is the pillar with the decor on the top there as well. So again, the idea behind these was, when I will show you once we start doing a bit of building, would be this would kind of nicely look at the end of either a railing or at the end of a stairway. Works very well for something like this. So you just skin that up there, and there we go. Got, you know, a nice kind of end cap to a railing, and that would work on this guy as well. You know, so I do think it's something that's needed in the game, personally. However, if they do remove this, then there's nothing stopping us adding that ball onto the top of a full pillar like this. And then if you were going to make something like this, you would have to use the old technique whereby you'd place a half wall and then snap your pillar to the half wall, and then reskin it, you know, and switch it to the one with the ball. So there's a few things we can do, ideally, to keep these in, but if not, we're gonna have to kind of rejig a few things to get them to work. Jewel, thank you so much for the sub. Welcome to the channel. If you can hear me. Yeah, you ever do it? Yeah, exactly. You ever do it arc sneak attack, an arc sneak attack, and it's the same with these as well. The beams. You know, we've got the full one. So you've got the full beam, and we've also got the short beam, which you can also flip. So what you'll notice as well on this is a lot of the items don't have a flip. We've only added flips to things where you would need the flip on. So as an example, this has got a flip because the bars are on the outside of the door, and if you're building this, because it's skinned, you might think that's the way right way around. So as an example, if you place this door like that as an example by mistake, and then you skin it, it looks like it's the right way around. So when you go to place your door, there we go, and skin it, and change the variant, you've got the inside of the door there. Likewise, you've got the inside of the cubby hole. It's got a flip because it makes sense to have a flip, if that makes sense. So a lot of the items don't have flips because we don't want to kind of confuse things and make, you know, wacky builds. But where it makes sense, there will be a flip on it. Well, that's Songbird. That's exactly what we've got. We've got them waiting to go. So the idea is, if they don't get approved, we can just add an artifact pedestal on there as well. So it's we've got them. We've got the model. We've got them waiting to go. We're hopeful that Wildcard just say yes, it's okay. One good thing about having the pedestals would be we can add multiple of these. As it could even be a different skin pack that goes with it, to say, like, you know, like end caps or whatever. But yeah, it's something we've already got. But yeah, great minds think alike. Xena, thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you on the next stream, hopefully. Right. Roofs. Slot hits, how you doing? Roofs. The best roofs in Ark. Roofs crazy, roofs. Okay, so again, I love how these roofs have turned out, to be fair. They paint super well as also. So they do paint really well. Got lots of different regions that can be painted, but they do paint super well. So there is the standard roof, and we've got some really cool things to add on these as well, roof eaves and rakes, which I'll show you. Yeah, so Nova, the idea is, so it's got a really cool overhang. It's just enough, so if you didn't want to mess about with overhangs and stuff, you've already got it kind of there. And that was something I was, really conscious to get right. So again, from my opinion, they do look really good. There's also different variants, obviously, of these. So we've got the standard, what's this one called? Triangle roof. Now, they do blend pretty well, in my opinion. We've added the little kind of there's now kind of it's plugged basically, so that works as a variant by itself. However, we've also got a trim piece that's added to this as well. So there's two different things you can do with this. If you do it every other, it does a really good job of covering them gaps. So you can do every other, or what you could do for a different design, if you wanted to, you can do every one, and it gives you a double kind of like what's it called, like a double trim. So again, different types of, and it gives you a nice little kind of cap on the top there as well. They work fairly well. So again, you can have it as we've done there, or you can have it without. Both, in my opinion, work. But yeah, the trim, if you want to hide the gaps, you can do that as well. But yeah, super good, super effective, work really well. And again, I think that for me, the roofs kind of like really kind of just finish off kind of what the trim set, what the castle set looks like. A few other things that we've got on here as well is ramps. And we've got a load of ramps. Yeah, because if they're side by side, as an example, if they're side by side, as Crazy said, they're seamless. But you could, if you wanted to, you can flip as well. So this could be a variation. You can flip these. But you could also, if you wanted to. Where's my skin gone? Where's my skin gone? There we go, trimmed. If you wanted to, you could. But that's what Crazy was saying. You get this kind of crisscross pattern on there as well. But the beauty of this is, it's entirely up to you guys. God, what am I doing? Anyway, there we go. There we go. The upside down one doesn't have a trim. That is why. So again, Songbird, that's what we wanted. We wanted a different roof set for the village set. Like a shingles version. That will be coming. But it was just yeah, we had to get something out. But yeah, we want a second trim set. sorry, second skin set for the villagers as well. But yeah, as Crazy said, blend super well when they're alongside each other. You're going to have to wait and see, Nova Ray. You're going to have to wait and see. Safario says, Aaron, is there or could there be a greenhouse skin with wood and stone frames and skins for both frames and 100%. The thing is, not at the moment, mate, but we're looking to really kind of expand on this over time. So the idea is that, you know, you can see in the bottom here, we've got the castle set, then further along we've got the village set, the dungeon set, and then the trims. We're looking to add a few more. I've got some really cool ideas for this, so yeah, adding new sets every few months or so. Yeah, the bird's just taking everything I'm trying to show. You know what, Songbird, it's fine. It was the same with Mike as well. He was stuck with the Monarchy, and I get it. It's, you know, it's one of these things where, but again, I've got you down as a tester, so like this is going to evolve over time. So we would, you know, welcome you to test this when you have got the time. Hopefully, Monarchy's finished soon, and we can we can crack on. As long as you make a mad kick-ass build, Songbird, then you are forgiven. Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. Right, okay. Where was I? Oh, yeah, ramps. That's where we were. Ramps. Okay, sweet. I don't know how many we've got, so I'm just going to stick them all down. So, again, they do blend seamlessly with... There we go. We've now got... Okay, I'll ditch that. It's easier. We've now got shallow stairs as part of the roofs. Sorry, as part of the ramps. So shallow stairs also as well with your railings. It does work super well. And now because we've got this piece here, the shallow slope roof, we can also, if you wanted to, block that off as well. Obviously, I'm too low to show you that, but we can do that. So we've got shallow stairs. We've also got... shallow roofs as well. I think you've all seen this previously. But we've also got shallow roofs. So again, in terms of the things you can build with this now, hopefully it's going to add more kind of flexibility. So again, if you're building something out here, stick your ramps down, switch it to... And again, now because we've got this shallow wall, we can literally finish off a building now. We can literally finish off a building, and it's pretty easy to do. Best advice would be add a quarter wall. Add your ceiling on top. Sorry, your slope wall on top. Skin it. And flip it. And there we go. So that works. We've now got, and you can continue doing this. Film Phoenix. Holy cow. What a way to make an entrance. Coming in with a $50 donation. Thank you so much for the super chat, pal. What an absolute legend. Thank you so much. Nice work, gentlemen. I'm looking forward to using this mod. Thank you so much, man. What a way to make an entrance. Thank you so much, Phil Phoenix. What an absolute star you are. Holy moly. Thank you, man. Thank you. Building focused big collab would be fun. Yeah, and I think that's what we're going to do on the on our challenge server. We're going to do a community build, I think. But again, you could go forever with this now as well, so it's not like it's just classed as an overhang. You could literally just continue now with your, with your build. Nope. And you have to do the same, but again, because these merge super well, you would literally just continue kind of, you know, doing what I'm doing here, basically, and finding your snap point, putting your wall down, putting your slope wall down, and then, as I said, just reskinning to your... So again, hopefully it's gonna open up, like, you know, especially for official servers as well, where you're limited to kind of what you can build. And when I show you the other bits we've got in the trim, it should open up a whole kind of new world in terms of what you can build. And yeah, man, so that's all done using official pieces, you know. So pretty epic, pretty cool in my mind. And yeah, man, yeah. That's again another one of my favorite pieces in the mod. To be fair, let me just double check. Have we got any more? No, that is it on the ramps. But yeah, good range of ramps. So we've got the two kind of stones that you used. The three stones. We've got the castle stone. We've got the smooth stone, and we've got the I keep forgetting what that's called. Flagstone. We've got the sloped. Sorry, the... God, I can't even think. We've got the shallow stairs and we've got the shallow roof pieces there as well. The challenge is, how do I join? No, just stay in my Discord, Nova. I normally kind of announce it in the general chat. Miss Jen Zen says, wow, film Phoenix. Exactly, man. What an absolute legend. And hasn't even come in chat other than that as well. So what a legend, man. Thank you so much. How do you run the dev kit but not the game crazy? Says 1840 Charlie. This is an epic mod, says Colin. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it, man. And Candy says, can't get over the small overhang without having to do jiggery pokery. Yeah, exactly. And words are hard. Absolutely. Right, next thing I want to show you is the stairs. So we've only got one variant of these stairs at the minute, but again, they do work very well. So there's your normal stairs, and there's obviously your shallow stairs. The other stairs we've got is the corner stairs, which I do love, I'm not going to lie. And I want to put these on a full wall because I like them so much. So there is the standard stone stairs, and a lot of people have asked, and I wanted this as well from day one. There's now a different variant, and it's actually got its own railing on there as well. So this should help, especially when you're building something where it's coming off from a ceiling. He says it's coming off from a ceiling. And let's say this is my build. And I've got railings all the way along, like so. I think this will work. Oh, super well. And as Crazy said, they do line up perfectly. You know, they line up so well. So it will help hopefully make a build look pretty epic. And also as well, it does blend seamlessly if you are placing stairs after these as well. And you switch these out to stone variant and then add a railing to that as well. It would if the ground would let me. Oh, I need foundation support. Let me just quickly add a... Come on. No, it doesn't matter where it goes, does it, for now? Just stick it there. Stick it there, Longstaff. There we go. So again, the whole idea with this is hopefully you'll see it's made some big improvements to, like, when you're building something, you're not limited now to kind of like things being janky. Everything kind of hopefully blends together pretty well, especially, you know, and it makes sense. You know, a lot a lot of the time, you know, without this here, you know, that's kind of what you would have. And you'd have to like use pillars and stuff to try and, you know, blend these in. So yeah, love the railings on the stairs. I think it just makes a huge difference. And again, you could use your own pillars on here as well to kind of line these up. But again, for me personally, I'd probably be using a wall to kind of cover that gap. That's what she said. Lee, how you doing? Nice. Is that mod out? Yeah, it's not. It's been submitted for approval. Hopefully, wildcard will come back to her at some point this year. But I think realistically, it's probably going to be start of February, mid-Feb, before it's kind of finalised and whatnot. You know, so we'll see. Right, next on the list is our Dino gates and our Dino frames. Our gateways and gate frames. So let's get that out and that out. yeah, are you listening, Fizz? That's what we need. What was your question, Songbird? No, I mean the slope walls. The stairs are awesome, but there's no shallow slope wall in game, so wondering what piece this is. Oh, this one. What piece this is? This is just your... It's just your normal slope wall. It's got a variant on it. Is that what you meant, Songbird? Yeah, Girlify. Yeah, it's just another version of the slope wall. Yeah. Right. Okay, so need a snap point in the center of solid staircase. Yeah, again, the only thing is we're limited to what snap points wildcard give us, because all we're doing is skinning one of their pieces. But let's say if you want to put a pillar down here, you could literally just... You know, you could do something like this. Dang it. Come on. There we go. There we go. And that should stay. Yeah, and then all you would do is skin that. There we go. So again, there's quite a few things you could do. I'm not sure what this would look like. Will that... No, you can't see the cap. But yeah, loads of things you can do. Yeah, Fizz! Fizz! Oh, his computer's broke. I forgot his PC's broke. So he probably, even if he wanted to, which I'm sure he wouldn't be able to join the stream. He would be able to join. He wouldn't be able to join the stream. Right. So... Dino gates. 2 versions. Very subtle in the change, but one has got an inner arch and one hasn't. And the reason for that depends on what gate you're going to put down. So I'm going to put another one down now, because we've got 3 variants now of our Dino gates. And the third one's really special. So, first one is this guy here. So again, we have redesigned this. We've got big knockers. I've been waiting ages to say that. We've got big knockers on the front now as well. So it's been redesigned. The wood. It took us ages to, like, again, if anyone's watching these streams, you'll see that everything's changed so much over time. Again, paint regions, it's got lots of paint regions. So we've got 1, which is your metal, and yeah, 2 is your wood. So we've made it so that, you know, it's not all one. It's got different paint regions on there as well. Yeah, finally, the wood. The wood works. So yeah, so that's the first one. The next one is a portcullis. So that is it there. And again, I believe that'll work with both variants. Yep. Just. But yeah, so we've got the portcullis. And the third one is super special. That is a wonderful Kush Queen. Thank you so much for your continued support. 1 month as a member of Team Green. And yeah, that's wrapped it here as well. Great work, guys. Can't wait for it to drop. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. And yeah, a month, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, it doesn't. It works like a door. It works like a gate. But we are limited to the fact that these are skins. But yeah. And the next one, as I said, something special. You've got a window wall. So again, if you're building like a huge cathedral or something like that, you can add this on top of a building or halfway up a wall, that type of thing. But we've now got a pretty cool window wall. If you add this variant, it gives you something else as well. But yeah, I do want to have something like this, which is the same width as the wall. But again, these are things we can add at a later date. So this is just obviously taking the size and width of the Dino gate frame, the gate frame. But yeah, the plan will be eventually to have one that's going to be a lot thinner that you can just use, you know, within your kind of your build as well, and then potentially separate different variations possibly. But yeah, so yeah, there's your gate frames and your gates. Next on the list is the large seller items. So again, we've been busy. As I said, there's over 250 items in here now as well. So large gate frames. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I'd lock it because it does open. But again, if it's being used as a decorative item, please tell me there's a shovel. Let my legacy live on. We could add one. We can, you know what? We could add a Carleen something into the deco mod. All right, Carleen, we'll get something out for you. So yeah, large. Yuki Wolf. You know what? It is, to be fair. It just, you know, if someone to use that as a doorway, they could. There's nothing stopping them. Yeah. And these, let me, you know what? I'll get these out, then I'll put them back because they're very, well, they're massive. But yeah, I think there's only one version of these, and they're exactly the same. Other than they've got no handles, they are the same as your large Dino gates. And there's the 3 different variations. There's the hangar door, there's the barn door, and there's that guy there. Just a big secret, not secret door. Yeah, yeah, big secret, non-secret secret door. But I'd assume these would be kind of like really high up anyway on if it was on a larger build as opposed to be on the floor. But hey, I guess it's one of these things where, you know, build what you want. And, wow, there's a lot of pieces. Love the wood grain, says Carleen. Yeah, it's finally, wood triangles and roofs. Wood triangles and roofs are a nightmare. And as I said, I hope you guys like this as well, because I mean, I can't stress just how many like hundreds and hundreds of hours. I mean, the amount of times me and Crazy have been on like Discord calls until 2-3 o'clock in the morning, you know, 6-7 days a week, and I'm just so glad it's finally kind of coming to fruition. Yeah, it reminds me, are you going to add a trap ceiling? That's a cellar door but looks like a ceiling and can be set as an auto. Yeah, so all them ideas, Songbird, they're on my little let's get these done after it's released. So yeah, 100% that's on the list, and yeah, I'm looking forward to kind of adding more kind of, what's the word, like fun items to the mod. There isn't a portcullis Nova, but there is we have got versions of that within the dungeon, as you said. Yes. And the last few items we've got is fence foundations and ladders. And I believe after that, the castle set is complete. So nothing to these other than they are in the same style. So we've got a stone fence foundation and a stone fence support. This will work well actually as a trim, I would say, for a what's the word I'm looking for? For a road. I was wondering if you got these. A lot of structure modders forget. Yeah, and you know what? It's yeah, people use them. I think people use them. You know, you could literally use this as a you know, if you were doing a little path, I guess you could use this as a trim, couldn't you? Type thing. But yeah, fence foundations, fence supports, and ladders as well. So again, stone ladders with little wooden pegs in them as well. So there's quite a bit of detail on these. I think they blend quite well. But the good thing is with the village set that I'm going to show you now, the good thing with the village set is the village set works really well. Not just as a village set, but really well with the castle set. Yeah, I'll show you kind of how nice these kind of work together, to be fair. So yeah, moving on. Moving on to the village. So I'm just going to start right here. Important question, says Carlene. Go for it. Go. What is the question? What's your question? What does it look like when it rains? It looks phenomenal when it rains. And I'm going to show you that again. So we've got every piece out. We've got every piece out. It's not as shiny as it was originally. Because Crazy had to change a lot of stuff to get the items to work. To paint well. Because a lot of structures, the white doesn't paint. See, on a night, this to me is medieval when it's like this. When it's wet. When everything's... It gives it such a cool feel. Such a cool feel. It feels, as I said, dirty and grimy. Brooke, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to see. I mean, that looks... Yeah, you can see now over time it's starting to get wetter. Yeah, and the reason why we changed it was so that a lot of, as I said, a lot of mods, when you paint structures white, it doesn't go white. But our mod, it does. The white paints. The white paints white, ladies and gentlemen. The white paints white. And these doors, although these are medieval doors, these would look so good in a modern build. Because the white is white. Like I said, the white is white. And these have got some cool... These have got different... So you can have different coloured spindles. But yeah, the white paint's white. So, yeah. But that's the reason why they're not as kind of... But you can see there, you can see the glare on the tiles. So it is getting wet, which is, you know, which is cool. So although I liked the wetness on the previous mod. I do like the fact that now, you know, when you're painting these structures... Yeah, and blue paints blue. But yeah, white is white, all right. But yeah, that's why we did what we did. And I do think it was worth doing. As I said, this mod's been designed so that if you don't want to paint it, you can get the medieval look just by placing all the structures down. Yeah, exactly, Carlene. And the white didn't. The white went a funny... It just lightened the material up a little bit. Yeah, the black's black. The blue is blue. And the green, unfortunately, as Brooke said, the green is purple. Right. Okay. Foundations. So we've got two versions of the village foundation, and that's the same with the quarter foundations as well, which I'll quickly show you. So village set. This is the wood we've settled on, so it's a nice kind of dirty. It's a bit shiny because obviously it's just finished raining, but hopefully you'll like this, and it does work really well in a castle, but also in a village setting by itself. So the first one's your standard, and we've also got a wood with a wood trim. Really interested to see what people come out with these. This looks really good as a boat. There's planks on the front of a boat, on the deck of a boat as well. But yeah, so two versions of the foundations. We've also got quarter foundation skins as well. So again, with this one here, put 4 together. Yes, you're always going to have this line, but they do work in terms of the planks will always go along the same way. Same with these guys here as well. So we'll just put the second skin on these just so you can see it. And with the trim, again, I can't wait to see what people kind of come up with this. This actually works well on its own as it looks like a crate. It just looks like a crate or a box, you know, like it's just... So again, you can use these for loads of different things. Miss Zen, Gen Zen, Hearts, and Chimera Kate says most people forget quarter foundations exist and they never see them. Yeah, exactly. And I think hopefully, as I said, you'll like the mod, and you'll see there's a lot of kind of time and effort gone into kind of adding, hopefully, all of the items that you'd expect in one of these mods. It's the same with the triangles. So we've got triangles. And placing stuff that I don't need to place. But standard foundations are these guys here. And again, the line, it's never, ever, ever going to get perfect. And just to kind of show, and I know I don't need to kind of prove, but even if you look at Wildcard's foundations, you can see kind of how badly the lines are. It's so difficult to line up triangles, but I think we've done a reasonably good job. And yes, you can rotate, so you've got different rotations on these as well. Takes a bit of brain power to work out what goes where and how you would line them up, but yeah, you can create some funky patterns with them as well. And it has got the second variant, so again, it's exactly the same. So we've made it so that every foundation, every ceiling, all that kind of stuff has both of these variants. So again, cool looking pattern. And also as well, same as before, you can rotate these also. So if you wanted them all kind of facing in like that, you could do that. as a pattern. Oh. So yeah, it's do with what you will with these. Brooke says, bro, I hate ichthyosaurus's. One just stole my drang darts and ate them. I hate them too. They're one of the worst. They're one of the worst tames on the dinos on the map. I wish my rig could handle ASA. You know what, Carlene? Hopefully, I'm sure they said in the next few months they're going to be doing a 5.5 update, and I'm hopeful that that's going to make more optimization and make it easier to play. I'm sure that's what they said. If anyone's wondering as well what I'm doing, I was saying earlier, if you just joined, I've got a user guide that's going to come out with this as well. It shows you what structure goes with what. So again, if you wonder why I keep tabbing out and what I'm keep like referring to, that's what I'm looking at the moment, because we've got that many items in here now that I've actually forgot how many we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we've got 6 walls. So walls next. Sorry, I've lost chat. There we go. Okay, I'm sold. 5.5 Unreal Engine update for March. March, is it? Okay, cool. More skins makers should do that visual guides. So yeah, you know what? It was more so for me at first, and then I realised actually this will probably work. So there is going to be a link to it, and again, I'm going to put a link to it in my Discord and in the mod Discord as well. So you should be able to download it as a PDF, but it's also going to be like a Google document. The good thing is, as and when we add new pieces and structures, we'll just add this to it. You know what, Songbird? I've heard like conflicting information about it. So I've heard it could take up to 2 weeks before CourseForge or Wildcard even look at it. I've heard it'll take 2 weeks for it to be approved. But I'm hopeful for end of this, well, beginning of February, mid-February. Yeah, I've messaged Fizz, I've messaged everyone to tell them it's out. So I'm hopeful that it isn't going to take too long. But yeah, I've heard it's normally a couple of weeks. Again, you can flip these walls. So again, if that was your pattern you were doing there, and you want it either side of a window, you can flip it. The flips make sense. That's kind of what I'm getting at. I think we've got 5 different variations of the walls. 1, 2, 3. Wood pattern 4. And wood pattern 5. Yeah, so that's them there. So again, we've only got 5, well, 6 if you include the standard one at the moment. And again, in terms of how these paint stupidly well. And again, my thought process with this would work really well for like a Japanese build or an Oriental build. So you know, you could paint the white even whiter. You know, this paints so well as a plaster set. And you know, you could darken this up, you know, with another wood. But again, it looks so Tudorish now, you know. So as I said, paint works really well, in my opinion. Interesting to see what people come up with. Any chance of some kind of going to change between skin variants instead of having to walk up to each structure? You know what, man, that's exactly where we want to be with it. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to do, but that's exactly where we want to be. And I think someone came up with a good suggestion, almost like a wizard's wand, or maybe we can do a sword. I try and like make them. What's the word I'm looking for? If we do like a Viking mod, it'll be, I don't know, a Viking's weapon, like an axe. Try and make them themed. That will be pretty cool.
I love that you proved Wildcard wrong about paint colours. I mean, some of them are better than others. But yeah. So they are the variants that we've got of the walls. We've also got a couple, and again, we'll be adding more of these over time. We just needed something to get out there. I think this one's got 3. So we've got the standard, wood pattern 1, and wood pattern 2. So again, there's just a few of these. I'm going to add more as time goes on. Swords or a lance would be really good. Dark Crow Ninja, that would be me on the wand. Yeah, we need. I think if we theme them, I think that would work so well. So there's your normal doors, or your small doors. We've also got 2 variants of this one. So them guys are there, and your double doors. Very difficult to do a variant of the double door because there ain't much to work with. So this is what you've got. You've got a single one for your doubles. Windows. We've got a lot of windows. Again, could have went crazy. Could have went well. I think we did, to be fair. But you could go nuts with these. Why am I snap 2 there? Got some weird foundation support. Oh. There we go. That's the second one. Okay. Is that the second one? Yeah, they're different. You've got lines down there. This one hasn't. Wow. Okay. They exist. There's a variant cycle gun mod, but it's not a skin. Can't be unofficial, but for unofficial can be fun. To a standalone mod, errands, RP variant, cycle as. Yeah, and again, it's just and once hopefully if this one gets approved, I'll be able to speak to CourseForge and Wildcard and find out what you can actually add on official and what you can't. Because that would be really good if we could add this on official settings as well. Right. Okay, Windows. We got a lot. So, standard variant. We've got another single one with a bit of a wood pattern. These are going to get quite mixed up, to be fair. Got a double window, so we've got a bit of a larger window there as well. We've also got a double window with a space in between. Again, I've tried to label them so it's easy to understand. We've got a medium-sized window. We've got a large variant of the window. And I believe this might be the last one. At the minute, we've got a full window there as well. Let me just double-check. Yeah, okay. Tracy H, how you doing? Brooke Aaron had a run-in with Dino on the Architect server. You remember? Yeah, I do. I do. So there's your windows. And as I said before, previously, the good thing with this is in every skin pack, the windows, the windows are the same for now. So the good thing is you don't have to keep switching between the village variants or the castle variants if you want to put windows in. Paulo, all the way from Brazil, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. So again, that is the new variant of the village structure. So we have got a new variant in that as well. So it is different depending on if you use the castle skin, you get the castle variant. If you use the village skin, you get the village variant. However, if you start cycling through these, so I'm going to place them all down for now. The glass works on all of them. So again, I'm just going to put each one in individually so you can see. And you'll all have your favourite, I guess, over time. But my personal favourite is that one there. There we go. But yeah, good thing with the glass, you know, you can pop them all in. Oop. And they do look good once you've got the building together, and you've got, like, you know, rather than just being, you know, the sky in the background. It looks so cool once that kind of, and they're painted as well. They paint really, really well. Lee says nice. Carleen says that's it's a tiny knocker. DSX Machinia says hi, Aaron. Castle's building might finally be made by ASA. It looks like Snail Games will never let go of it. No, they'll not. Are you just testing items today? I'm showcasing what we've done. I'm showing it. The mod's been set up for approval, so hopefully it'll be out soon. But yeah, I'm just showcasing what we've got. And again, we're going to add more glass once it's been released. But as it stands, 5 different variations. And I think until we come up with a better way than having to cycle through all of the glass, I think I've got 13, 14 different variations. But what I didn't want to do was kind of like have someone cycling through like for ages just to get to where they want to be. So that's why we've reduced it to like just 5 or 6 of each. Okay, so next we've got on the list is, you know, I need a bit more room. Okay. So next on the list we have. I'm just going to make another wall. Yeah, and I think that's the ultimate goal, Carleen, to do it. But it is at the minute we don't know how to do it. Right, sloped walls. Got a few variants of that. Okay, so I'm gonna skin all these, and hopefully we don't miss any out. A few variants, so I'm just gonna quickly go through the patterns, and I'll zoom out so you can see. Wall pattern 2. Wall pattern 3. Typical. There's another one. Okay. And it's starting to rain. It's starting to rain. I believe in you. Yeah, I'm sure we'll get there at some point. I'm sure we'll get it done. Yeah, and same as the castle ones as well. We've also got a shallow sloped version of this as well. Because it'd be rude not to, I think. There we go. So again, if you're building a medieval house, good for overhangs and stuff, I would say. Yeah, the plaster set looks so good, and it looks, once it's painted as well, and once it's actually put together in buildings and houses and roofs, with the roofs on it, it looks really cool. But yeah, so we got the, let me just change the rain. Miss Jen says I have to head to work. All looks fabulous, Aaron. Brilliant work on the stunning mod. Oh, thank you so much, man. And enjoy work if that's possible. And hopefully I'll see you on another stream, man. Yeah, so there's your slope walls. So we get straight away there. We've got quite a bit going on in terms of like the items. There's actually more. I believe there's more in the village set than there is in the castle set, to be honest with you. Right. Quarter quarter walls next. The shallow will be great for roofed entry. Yeah, it will be. And again, because we've got we've got this guy here as well, it works really well for overhangs and stuff as well. Right. Quarters. So we've got a few different variants of the quarter walls. We've got 3 of them. And we've also got some cool little items in there as well. So basically, got 2 different variants. We've got one with a cross, and we've actually got a full wood version as well. So again, this will work well for kind of like breaking up a build. So you can put like kind of full kind of wood slats across that. But we've also got in here as well, we've got, same as the castle structure, we've got a quarter railing, but we've got 2 versions of railings in this skin set. So we've got a fat one, and we've got a thin one. So these are quarter railings. The good thing, what I like about this one is if it's flipped, upside down. I don't know if you can do this through the actual skin itself. Let me check. Yes, you can. Yeah. So I did like the actual spikes on the end. And where I thought this would work fairly well is if you had... I'll show you in a build in a bit. You could actually bring the full railings down and have a half-opened kind of portcullis. As an you know what, I need to show you. Once we get to railings, we'll show you. But anyway, these are the versions we've got. So we've got the standard wall, we've got the wall with the cross, and then we've got the wood. And we've got the 2 versions of the quarter railing. So we've got the thicker one with the X's in there, and the thinner railing as well. And that moves us on to railings. So again, we've got 2 railings. I'll show you here. We've got the thin one, and we've got the thicker one. So I would say this would work really well in villages, in houses, and in shops and stuff. This one here works really well, in my opinion, if you're building a castle as almost like a walkway. I think this would work really well with this. But where I think this would work fairly well would be if you were building a castle again. Let's just skin this up with the castle one. Change the default. As an example, Brooke, thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you hopefully on the next stream. I hope this works. So let's say we're building something like this. I think where this would work well would be if I can, there we go. And then skin it. Can't get to that one. But you see, you get the idea. You know, I think that works, you know, as like a half-opened portcullis type thing. Brilling and the Slithy Troves. How you doing? Are the stop walls still stackable? Like the supports... yeah, everything, yeah. Anything you can do in official, you can do on this. What we got? We've got ceilings. So in terms of ceilings, we've got 4 different ones. Three, sorry. He said 4. Got 3. Ceiling. So we've got the standard ceiling. Obviously, ceiling, as I said before, with the trim. We've also added a new variant on these now as well, and I think this will work really well for bridges. It's got more of a kind of crooked kind of look to it. So again, if you're building a bridge, you could use these ceilings, and they work fairly well. Oh. So again, just skinning it with the standard set and then switching the variant. I think that would work really well as like a... Especially if you used... Or a catwalk, absolutely, yes. Especially if you used, you know, the railings. Obviously, you can make it as wide as you want. But yeah, I think that works really well. So yeah, they're the ceilings. We've also got quarter ceilings. Again, exactly what you'd expect. Two variants of that, and that's just your standard, and the one with your little trim on there as well. Yeah, everything. Yeah, the flip as well. Yeah. So again, there's loads of different things you can do with them now, to be fair. And we try to put as much detail as we can on the backs of them and stuff. So same with this one. Flips. You got a drawbridge of the castle. Yeah, that's something we've talked about, Colleen, in the decor side of it, because obviously we couldn't add it to this. But if we could certainly add it to the decor, absolutely. Triangle ceilings. What you'd expect. We've got two variants of that. We've got the standard. You can obviously flip them all around. You can change them to the left and right. But ultimately, there's two different versions of them. We've also got two different versions of hatch frames as well. So the idea is, hopefully, you should be able to... Everything should kind of match up, depending on what set you decide to use, personally. What is next on my list? Oh, doors. We like doors. So the first one is the hatch frame. Where's my doors? There's my doors. First one's the hatch frame, which is, you've already seen that on the wall. But there we go. And in terms of doors, we've got a few variations. Yes, you could change the mechanics of a cellar door to act as a drawbridge. We're toying with something like, well, toying with the one where it opens like this. But the problem is, you can't make the top door disappear. So you'd always have a top and a bottom. This mod was made for people with OCD by people with OCD. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. 100%. So doors. Okay. So we've got a new version of the door now for the village set. And this one has got variations as well. So again, similar to the previous one, but this has its own people. And it's the same with the taller versions as well. So we've got... Oh, I think there's two versions of this as well. Yep, two versions. So again, this one's got a big knocker. A big knocker. And you can flip this one. So obviously if you put the skin the wrong way around, you can flip it. So you've got the inside and the back, inside and the front are different as well. And this is the same with your double doors as well. So same with your double doors. It shares all the same kind of characteristics as the this one here. So you've got a single version, or sorry, standard version, and a side with the 2 knockers as well. But again, I think this would work really well in the shop. Yeah, the do. Yeah, I see it. I see it, Carleen. Cellar doors and normal doors. Again, these do have lots of different paint regions, so you can paint these separately as well. I think I'm sure you can. So paint region 2. Three. So it's 2 and 3. 2 and 3. Rithiel, how you doing? Well, the stream has been a while. Hope you're doing well. I'm good, man. I'm good. Where do you find the large barn doors? The large barn doors are in their own little section, but these ones come under the normal cellar doors. The ones I've just shown. Doors have 1, 2, and 3. Next is our pillars. So, a few pillars to show. I think there might be 5 or 6 of these. I think there might be 5 or 6 of these. But standard pillar. And the idea behind the standard pillar, if you just wanted it flat, I think someone brought this up on one of the streams, to be fair. And the good thing with these is, if you're using these as a pillar or a beam, they work really well for kind of beams on a roof, on a ceiling. But yeah, lots of different variations. So we've got a cap end on this. We've also got a one with a bit of like a recess in there. And in terms of colour regions as well, this has got quite a few. So you can paint the outer and the inner a different colour. Again, so interesting, you could use this on a modern build as well, as opposed to just a medieval build. We've also got a half pillar, and we've also got the half pillar with a bit of a trim on there as well. So loads of different variations of the fat wood pillar. That's the same with the beams as well. So again, I'm just going to put them all next to each other. But again, you can see how that would work really well in terms of across like a large building. They would work well as like just full beams. But again, we've got the one with the kind of nodule at the end. This one here. And also as well, I think there is a half one as well. Yes, there is. So you can switch that again. There is a half one where you can flip, depending on where you're placing that as well. So there's the half. It's a similar story for your skinny pillars. Don't know how many of them there is, so I'm just going to place a few. So we've got the first one. We've got a one again with a little kind of knock and cut out. We've got the half skinny pillar, and then we've got a half skinny pillar with a bit of a railing end on it. And that, again, this would work well, in my opinion, on the end of something like this. If it was, you know, the skinny version. Pillar. Pillar. Snap it. There we go. You know, I think that would work really well if this was going to be like a bridge. That type of thing. Have you thought about octagon pillars? We have. We've thought about octagon pillars. We've talked about round pillars. There's loads of different ideas that we've got. So I think at the minute it was just trying to get something where it felt finished. Because as I've said previously at the beginning of the stream, we've got over 250 pieces now, and it was just growing arms and legs. We've actually still got a huge list of things we want to add to this as well. But yeah, absolutely. Also, all the roof parts are in here as well. So the same roof parts, I'm not going to get them all out, but they're the same. Eventually, these will be changed to a more village type roof, so like a wooden shingles roof, something like that. So that's what we're looking to plan to add to the village set at some point. But in terms of the ramps themselves, we've got a lot of variations of the ramps. So I'll show you the ramps. 1, 2. I'm just going to space them all out. 3, 4. I think there might be 5. So standard. Let's just skin them all there. So we've got the standard one, which is this guy here. Again, you can flip these, and they do work really well flipped, to be honest with you. That would work really well as a roof. Especially if it was like on a battlement, that type of thing. We've got the first version. We've got the one with the trim. We've also got the kind of weathered version, so similar to this guy here. So you could literally plop that on there and finish off your build. Oh. There we go. So again, I think this will make for really good looking bridges and stuff. And you could also put, you know, the railing on there as well. And it blends quite nice. So we've got the weathered version. We've also got the we've got some some shallow stairs. We've got 2 versions of stairs in this pack. So we've got the one that's got the full back, and we've also got the one that's got the open back as well. I think that's the last one. Yep, it is. And it's the same with our stairs as well. So we've got 2 versions of stairs, which I'll quickly place down here. It's rained quite a bit tonight in the game. But yeah, 2 versions of the stairs. We've got the solid. Some people like that. Some people also like the fact that it's open. So we've got 2 versions of the stairs. And it's exactly the same as well that we had previously in the corner stairs. So we've got 2 of these guys here. So we have 2 versions. We've got this one with the railing. And the standard ones. But again, the railing itself. Let me stop this rain. What's going on? I normally like the rain, but not when I don't want to show the rain. There we go. So yeah, 2 versions of these stairs. We've got the one with the railing and the one without. And again, it's the same as the castle set. The railings do match up very well. Yeah, the railing is mint, Carlin. I'd agree. It's exactly it, Romans. It's exactly it. But you can see straight away here we've got a load of items in the well, a lot of items come full stop, to be fair. But in the village set, there's a lot of wood, man. And the last few I want to show you on this is we've also got ladders, and we do have fence foundations. So fence foundation, fence supports. Got a bit of detail to them. We've got little noggins on them. So fence foundation, fence support. And with this one, we've actually got two. Trying to find somewhere to place them. Put them on here. We've got two versions of the ladders. So we've got two ladders. We've got the standard ladder, which is a little bit higgledy-piggledy. And we've also got another one there, which is a bit of a rope ladder as well. So two versions of the ladders in this set. But yeah, that is village and castle. Those gates had to leave home for a minute, says Sophia. Yeah, we're getting through them. We're getting through them all. So we've just showed the castle set, and we've also showed the village set there as well. So we've got, as I said, Sophia, we've got over 250 items in here. The next set we want to show you now is the dungeon set. So this is probably the one that's got the least items in. However, we are going to add to this as and when. But again, some of the stuff didn't make sense to have it in there, so it's not. Like, why would you have a window frame? Because you wouldn't put a window in a dungeon. But we've got windows, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'll run through them all, and hopefully it'll all make sense. And then we get onto the bit that I like the most, the trim set. So, first thing on the list. You know what? I'm going to keep this in line. Just leave a gap. So the first thing is the foundations. So it does have its own foundation set, and it is a cobblestone set. And again, looks so good when it's down, when it's in the rain and all that kind of stuff. But this is a cobblestone set. You don't have to use. The good thing with these is you can use these in anything. You don't. It doesn't have to be a dungeon. You can use this, you know, in your castle, which I actually do. I think this works really well as a road, to be honest with you. Mate, whoa. You can't just say great job, crazy. Aaron's been working here. I've modelled a lot of these myself as well. I'm just going to put it out there, Mike. It's not like I've said crazy. I want this to work and just let him do it. So I just want to put that out there. I've done a lot of modelling myself. so yeah, I'll just want to put it out there. Wow, Mike. Thought we were friends. Right, so that's the cobblestone. Candy Slivenso says dungeon window could be a slit low on the wall to jam the food tray. You know what? That's not a bad shout as well, to be fair. I know you are, mate, but listen, I feel I don't want people to think that I've just said, right, this give us all this, and I've just sat back and let that happen. So I want to put that out there as well, Mike. But Aaron did everything. He just credits crazy in case it breaks and needs full. Yeah, that's it, man. That's it. Right, cobblestone, and this has got lots of different paint variations as well, which again, so good to see. So the first one is obviously the bottom section. Second is the cement, or whatever they used to use in them days. These have also got their own individual regions as well. So again, but if you want to paint the whole thing white, that in itself looks pretty cool as well. So there is the foundation. We've also got the quarter foundation. And again, put them together, they do work very well. And they do line up pretty well. So again, if you're building something and you're using quarter foundations, it should line up nicely. And again, same with these. We've got the triangle guys as well. There we go. I think you can flip these as well. I might be... Yes, you can. So you can rotate these as well. So same with all of the triangle foundations. These can be rotated. We have windows in the dungeon set, just not frame window. Yeah, exactly. But again, there's nothing stopping. If we get enough feedback, enough people ask for stuff, there's nothing stopping adding things. And that's one thing I love about these mods. That just because it's been released doesn't mean it can't be added to. We're just gonna be careful in terms of changing names on stuff, because what you don't want is if someone builds something and then they look back and it's all kind of standard structures like that is over there. That would be a bit devastating. A bit devastating. Yeah, exactly. Villagers' houses. I think that would work really well. Right, walls. Walls. Let's go. So there's 2 versions of this set. So we've got the standard wall, which is this one here. It's like a rounded version. And we've also got a thicker version. So we've got the thin bars and the thick bars, but we've got 2 variants. So again, if you're building something, these would work really well as a full cage, to be honest with you. I think someone gave us the idea on one of the streams, but there we go. So 2 versions of each one. I'm going to go through all of the items now as well. So we've got the doors. I'm going to check what we've got. Doors. And slope walls. Okay, so we'll do the doors next. Do the doors next. Oh. Yeah, I think they would work really well if you're building like a cage as well, because there's got ceilings and floors and stuff as well. So if you're going to be doing a whole kind of like dungeon with cages rather than just using like a deco mod, you could literally, build these up and they would look pretty cool. Do mini ones as well with the quarter walls and the quarter ceilings. I think they would look pretty cool as well. Right, so what we doing? So again, with each one, you've got 2 versions of it. You've got the thin bars and the thick bars. Oh, wrong one, wrong set. Thin bars and thick bars. So again, 2 completely different looking. You could use these on a standard, like a modern build as well. If you're doing something like a raw metal gate or a fence around a build. Cages for dodos, absolutely yes. The other thing is the slope walls. Again, there's not a huge difference. We haven't got like the shallow version because again, this is predominantly going to be for like if you're building a cell. But we thought people might want to use these for something else, so you got 2 versions of that as well. We could add at a later date the I keep forgetting what they're called, the shallow ones, but we'll see. Next on the list is the large walls, and again, super easy to do. I can see people making big giga pens and stuff with this because that would work so quick, so easy. Just building a full cage with these large walls. So I can't wait to see what people actually do with this. Right. Next thing we've got on the list is the quarter walls. We don't have railings yet. That's something I'm going to be working on very shortly. But again, just kind of in the interest of time, we wanted to get this released, so we thought, there's a few things that probably aren't going to make the cut. Get out of it. But that's the quarter ceiling, sorry, the quarter walls. Next on the list is the ceilings. Just gonna place a few more down. So we've got 3 different variations of the ceilings. We've got... So again, if you're building this as a structure, as like your foundation, you might want to kind of increase that. So let's put them all around there. So we've got the standard one, which is the cobblestone, and then just like before, we've got the thick and the thin. It works really well. They do line up fairly well as well above. Make sure I get that right. Yep. There we go. So again, the bars do line up. So again, if you're building something, hopefully, you know, you can build a huge cell if you want to. A huge prison as well. I think this will look good as like a modern day prison with the prison cells. I think that would work. Again, this could work good as a cattle grade, or you know, whatever you want to do with this. There's loads of things you could do, but yeah, we've got a lot of different variants in there now as well. Whereas previously it didn't have much. Now it's got a lot. Quarter ceilings. We do have 2 quarter ceilings. Actually, 3 quarter ceilings, sorry. So again, the cobblestone, the thin and the thick bars. Triangle ceilings, we only have, again, because in my eyes, it makes sense. You might think differently, but we've got the cobblestone. That's the only variant. Oh no, what am I doing? Pick it up. Pick it up. Got excited there for a second. I thought we'd had something new. There we go. Yeah, so we just got the rotated version of the cobblestone. But yeah, so we've got a cobblestone triangle ceiling. Yeah, the dungeon stuff's cool. There's just not a lot of it. So we're now on to doors and windows. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reskin this one here. So we've got these guys. I mean, that works really well. So we've got the little thin and the thick bars. So again, you could use that as that was an outside dungeon wall. We've also got doorways for each one as well. Yeah, exactly. It's normally like inside, so I think that's kind of where we were. We were kind of thinking that that's wrong door. Most of the items were for like an internal or an inside dungeon, but then the more we started streaming this, the more people were saying, well, actually, this would work well as a cage. So that's kind of how it grew, and we started adding kind of more pieces and more items to it. So we've got 2 versions of each one. So again, you've got a thick and a thin. These do have a flip because, again, you know, this bit here, the lock, if you put the wall the wrong way around or the door frame the wrong way around, it wouldn't make sense to have the lock on the inside. No, I haven't gotten to them yet, Crazy. Because I'm going to do them on the bigger walls. So, yeah, 2 versions of each. Oh. 2 versions of each, and same with the doubles. And again, they've also got a flip because you don't want the bars, sorry, the things on the inside. I would love to see a cage 5 meters high above a lava pit. Yeah, and again, you could literally, you know, you could build a cage super quick and easy, and then just put a pillar in the middle, almost as a chain. And so, as Crazy quite rightfully said, these are small. We've got small windows. We've also got the larger windows as well. So if you place these on top, we'll do these on here to make life easier. But if you switch these out, we've also got larger versions. And that's on both. So again, hopefully possibilities in terms of like, you know, what you're going to be doing with bars and stuff. They'll work really well, but 2 versions of them. So you've got the small ones, they're the default, and then you've got the large thin bars and the large thick bars. But again, I think that works really well. You might want to put them in here. And in there. And switch this up to... You know, so again, I just think it allows you to kind of, you know, mix and match and hopefully come up with some cool designs. We've also got in here as well the... There's no hatch frame. Again, doesn't make sense to have a hatch frame. Because, yeah, there isn't one. There's no small hatch frame there, that's it. We've got the large ones, though. There's no small one. And he add them, to be fair, crazy. It's the large hatch frame there is. Is there a hatch frame? I don't think there is there? Oh, there is! Oh, that's right, man. You did. You added it. That is correct. Thick and thin. We did. That's it. Yes, we did. We did. We did. We did. We did. There we go. So there is. Okay. My apologies. My apologies. Right. Next thing to show is these big lads. So I can see these being used as like large Giga gates or Dino gates. Again, just like before, two different variations of them as well. So you've got the thick one and the thin one. And totally paintable as well. So again, not really in keeping with the castle setting, but again, I think that would work well. You know, you could do something with this with pillars around and stuff like that as well. So interesting to see what people come up with, but they're in. Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, the collision is the same as the item that you're skinning, basically. And the last one in here, so as I said, there's not a huge amount in the dungeon, is we've got the ramp, and that's obviously the same as the cobblestone, so it matches up with the cobblestone. But, again, maybe you can't. Yeah, says Baha, no you can't. It would have, to be fair, you could have if we're doing this as a mod. But the fact that it's skin, we are limited to what Arc lets you do. Right, my favourite set in the mod is the trim set. So there's 4 sets, yes, at the moment. There's a 5th set that we're busy working on. That I really want to. Well, that's going to be the first thing we add to it as an update. And yeah, man, I'll share that a bit closer at the time. But there's some really cool ideas we've got for that one. And if they work how we want them to work. No, you know exactly what I'm talking about, Crazy. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, I sent you the model. I sent you that model. You know exactly what I'm talking about. He's winding you up. There's a 5th set, people. There's a 5th set. Right. So, yeah, that one. That one. Yeah. Right. So, next thing I want to show you is trim. Why can't I cycle through? That was weird. That was really weird. Okay, so next one. I want to show you something quite cool. I think a lot of you have already seen this, but I'm going to show you again. Some cosmetic sets are absolutely not worth money. This one absolutely is worth. Yeah, and that's kind of where we were going with it, to be fair. If people are going to pay for it, I think we needed to add a lot to it. And as I said before, there's like 250 items in here, so it's hopefully it's going to be worth it. Right, so big windows. Right, so I'll cycle through the options and then I'll show you what you can do with it. So the first one here on the trim set, if you're placing a window, it's a window trim. There's 4 or 5 different variants. So we've got the standard default, which is the bottom of the window. We've also got the large middle section of a window. And we've got the top of the window as well. We've also got a large round window as well as the second variant of that as well. So the idea behind this would be, if you want to build a cool kind of like large castle with like large windows, or a church or something like that, what you could do is do something like this. Skin these like so, and then skin all these windows with the trim set. Yep. Hopefully it'll make sense. And then what you can do is you can change the top and the middle of each window. So you change that one to a middle section and change this one to a top section. And we've now got a full window. And the good thing with this is you can make the windows as tall as you want. I'll just quickly show you. So this is going to have 2 middle sections and a top. Same with this one. This is going to have a top and 2 middle sections. That's a bottom section. That's a middle section. And that needs to be a bottom section. And we'll do the same with this one. So this needs to be a middle. And this needs to be a top. So again, pretty cool in terms of what you can do with the windows. And same with these guys. You could literally add another window up here. Up. And the trim set. I'm just going to switch these to the round one so you can see them. There we go. And again, because these are windows, just like before, what we can do is we can stick a window in every one and customize them to whichever window we want. And also paint them if we wanted to as well. So we're just going to go with this. I'm going to go with the standard one for now. And we'll make this one a different one. But I'm not going to do them all. You'll be happy to hear. Oh. That's the only thing you've got to remember where they go. But there, you can see quite quickly you can make, pretty cool windows. They paint very well, and again, you can do the same with these. So again, if you're not happy with the ones we give you, you can change them. Aaron is the only man who can open half the window. Yeah, man. It's but yeah, you can kind of see what we went for with this one. It allows you to kind of make really kind of cool windows using kind of the standard kind of structure sets that's there. The next thing I want to show you is if you use a sloped wall and use the trim set, it gives you an arch. You could make a full arch if you wanted to as well. So again, just switch them like this. And there we go. So again, we can do full kind of arches now as well, which is pretty cool. If you place a trim set, it skips the wood door variant. It goes straight to the glass. All right, cool. I never knew that. So there. So if you yeah, okay. So if you right, man. That's right. Bloody hell. Yeah. So yeah. Trim set glass makes life easier. Right. Got you crazy. Wow. Yeah, we did that, man. I'm an idiot. We talked about that. There we go. Much easier. Much easier. We have arches now as well. There's also variants on this as well. So again, it'll cycle through all the trim sets. So we've also got a wood version as well. So again, got quite a bit of detail on them as well, which I do like. But these will work really well for overhangs on the village set. So again, or scaffolding. Tell you what you want to do. We've also got an arched version of that as well. So again, you cycle through different variants. Works really well. Again, designed specifically this one for the village set, but I'm guessing you could use these certainly as a kind of overhang or a walkway in the castle set as well. So we've got them, guys. We've also got these ones as well. So if you were going to build something like where's my quarter ceilings? There we are. Oh, there they are. Let's put them in. So smaller ones. Let's go for castle. We've also now got, if you use a quarter wall. So let's say we were doing something like this. I'm going to put these different ways around on purpose, just so you can see the difference. So when you trim it, when you trim it. There we go. So these now we've also got little castle ones. Now this one's the wrong way around. So again, it's got a nice kind of, you can flip them up and down, but you can also flip them left and right. And what's nice, because you can do this with the ups and the downs, you can also do some pretty cool things like this. This is just one example. Wow. Because my brain... There we go. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? There we go. There we go. So again, I think that would work almost like as another addition across a tower, across a castle. So a different variation, a different thing you can do. You could also as well, if you've done a lot as well, you could literally... You know, pretty much anything in terms of like decor. I think that works, you know, just to give different kind of, and that was painted as well. It will look pretty cool. Just like you've already seen, we've also got a wooden version of this as well. So again, that's been designed for predominantly for the village set. That allows you to do this. Now, what I was saying earlier, and another thing I was saying was, you know how we've got, you know what? I'll go back to that when I get to it. Actually, we're there now, which is good. Okay, so we've also got battlements, and the battlements that we've intended are these guys here, these two here. So with the trim set, you get this one here, and the second variant is the one with the slit. The good thing with this one, it sticks out from the wall, and you can actually look down. So it's a much kind of, it's a more detailed, probably the best way. It's a fatter one. So basically, if that's my wall, it's already got all the bits, you know, the sticky out bits, and I think it works really well. If Wildcard knock that back, the way you would have to build this, and that's why we created the new part, see it over there on the wall. I'm thinking what you'd probably do. I mean, this is an option as well anyway, to make things a little bit kind of more defined. You would place these. You'd then have to place a railing. You'd then have to use this castle structure set, change it to a railing, then switch to your battlement, and then what you could do is you could use the quarter walls. I mean, this is why obviously I think that individual one works better, because it's quicker and easier to do. But what we could do, we could use this, and you know, oh, there we go. So you can do it. It's just obviously a little bit more work. I mean, to be fair, that actually works in itself. You know, it's a different version or a different variation of yeah. So I think that works. Okay. So that is the railings using the trim set. And now for me, the pièce de résistance, and one of my favourite things in the whole game is the next set that we've got. So what I want to show you is I'm going to have to build a little structure here to demonstrate this. And don't worry, it ain't going to take forever. I'm going to build something 3 high. And we're going to go like this. I want to see the build from the mod page. Well, Baha, Tuesday, I'm going to show you, I'm going to showcase what we can do with this. I'm just going to use this. Bing, 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 bing. Like that. I'm going to go this high. So you can still use all of the standard techniques you've got to, you know, overlap roofs and ceilings and all that kind of jazz. However, what you can also do with this now is, so let's say, for example, we want an overhang on a ceiling, sorry, on a roof. Typically what you do is you have to put like a quarter ceiling, a quarter wall, overlap it, that type of thing. So what we can do now with this is place our roofs as we would do normally. So let's say this is my roof. Why am I making this so difficult? Like, build a house, Aaron. Like, build a house first. Wow. Yeah, the all-in-one's my favorite. All-in-one's like my go-to. That's what I want it to be. But if Wildcard reject it, then we're gonna have to go with. Unfortunately, you're stuck. You're stuck. Okay. Right. There's my roof. So we can do overhangs now using rakes and eaves. So if you want to place an eave, what we do is we place a pillar, or a beam, sorry, on the side. Like so. Yeah, perfectly along the top. So, like, you know, again, if you look at, even if you look at wildcards, I think, I mean, these ones might be different, but it's the, oh, god damn it. And I know certainly, yeah, they put a, certainly the Adobe ones, don't line up very well, which again was a bit of a bugbear. Anyway, so there's my eaves. If we put the trim on here, we've now got a nice little overhang and eave. on the sides, which again I think is just, it blends so well, works really well. So you might just be happy with that, but you might not want to overhang on the front. If you want an overhang on the front, what we can do is we can place railings, and again with the trim set, they work. Now you've obviously got a gap here, so if you look at the eave, there's two variants of it. We've also got a wide eave, and that brings it out. And the same with this one. You can also flip it as well, because you can see that it's moved, but it's went that side. What you'd have to do with this one is you flip it, not that way. You flip it that way, and then now it's lined up. Not sure. It all depends on when Wildcard will release it. It's gone to them now for approval. But yeah, so quite easily now, you know, you can do overhangs, eaves, rakes, super easy. And that's not just with these roofs as well. If you're building a roof with the ramps and you're skinning a ramp, you can also do the same with them as well. So again, hopefully we've thought of everything. Where's me ramps? Where's me roofs? Where's me everything? Where's me roofs gone? Wow, where's me roofs gone? Oh, bloody hell. It's in my hotbar. Okay. So again, if you're doing this with a roof, you would literally skin it, switch it, and because these are connected to a railing, you would just do the same with the trim set. There we go. Obviously you wouldn't have that there. That wouldn't be there. And then you would do the same with your eaves as well. So again, you can do this as wide or as far out as you want it to. And I think hopefully that's going to add be a bit of a game changer in terms of building. Another thing that I really love on this mod is we now have the ability to, let's say we want this one too wide. Just building random stuff now. God damn it! Right. So let's say we've built a structure like this, which I know a lot we will do in a castle. And we want to put a roof on this. A lot of people, what they'll do is they'll just put the triangle roofs. Obviously, the downside with that is you don't have the overhang. I mean, you could put the eave on there if you wanted to, but what a lot of people do, and I do this a lot myself, is I take it out by one. And when you do this, you create yourself a bit of a problem. So we take this out by one. We then add our roofs. Come on. So let's say this is kind of where we want to be. And we want to do like a triangled or a squared structure. Sorry, we're using these little angled roofs. So we'll build a roof. Looks really cool. Then we get to this bit here, and you literally, doesn't matter what you do, you can't kind of finish it off. So what we've got now is a nice little kind of trim piece. If you place a ceiling down and use a trim piece, it just caps it off perfectly. And yeah, again, probably one of my favourite pieces. There isn't Baja. This is brick roof. This is the castle roof. we are looking to do a different skin set for the village set. The other thing we've got is, again, if you are building something like that, I'm just going to do it over here. That isn't a straight cross roof, and again, it's because of how these are laid out. It just wouldn't like, because obviously these slates go like they're narrow and then they go wider. It's very difficult. Stuff for towers. I like the doors. As in, what do you mean for the towers? Sorry. Yeah, the wood set looks, to be fair, the village set looks really good alongside the castle structures, to be fair. Right, the other thing I want to show was if you're building a square tower, he says, where's my railings? And you want to put a battlement on, what you're left with is a little bit of a gap. You can also always put a pillar on here, as an example. You can put a pillar, and you could skin it if you wanted to. And I mean, that works well. You can switch it for a small pillar, or you can even, there's things you can do. But ultimately, if you place a pillar on this corner and you use the trim set, we've now got a piece on here as well, which is a 90-degree angle, which just fills it in. Now, it all depends on where you're looking. So it does have a flip on here as well. So you can flip it. You can see that flipping around. So it just depends where you are. You can finish off your edge using that little piece. Lima Gamerstar from Brazil, how you doing? I've been following your channel for a long time. I love your work. Thank you so much, man. And welcome to the stream. Aaron's got desk marks on his arms. This proves how much time he plays. Yeah, exactly. Look at that. Exactly. This is like the pain I go through to make these mods. Oh. Another piece that I really love is if you place down a thin pillar on the corners and use the trim piece, it allows you to do kind of cool decor items like this. It does have variations as well, so you have got different colours depending on what you want to go for. So it's got two. You've also got half-size ones of these as well. So if you're putting these along a half pillar or a half wall, you can do that as well. But two different variations on both sides. It's also got beams as well. So if you wanted to do some decor. And they've got flips as well. So you can put these along the top, along the bottom. But you can also mess about with the... Well, wrong thing. You can also mess about with these as well. And flip them. So again, just little things, depending on what you want to do with that. But I thought they were quite cool to add. And the last things I want to show you are, if you place down these guys here, the trim section, the trim piece, gives you a different variant of the gate. It's two versions. And the idea behind this is to kind of make... These can be used for decor, basically. So as an example, this isn't going to work, but just imagine this was a full-size wall. Trimming off a wall, it works really well. But also as well, if you're going to make a huge archway, you could put this one down first and then place the other one, which I have... Where they're gone? You can put one of these on the top to make like an aqueduct. But no, there's no drawbridge, Jamie, because you couldn't get it to work. Steel Hogs, how you doing, mate? I'm doing good, man. All good, all good. And yeah, man. That is the Castlecraft structure set, and there's a lot. Now, obviously, I know all I've done is put them all kind of in a row alongside each other. Yeah, the other mod's absolutely free, the Deco mod that's going to be going with this, and I think the Deco mod will absolutely make this kind of come out of its own. It'll look so good with all the, you know, the go away, you know, banner flags and all the skeletons and the dungeon items, and yeah, can't wait to kind of showcase that as well. But yeah, that is Castlecraft structures. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like it. I hope you actually do download it. But I just want to kind of show you where we were and how much we've changed since the previous stream. It's pretty much, well, it's done. It's been sent off to Wildcard. It's been sent off to CourseForge to look at. Hopefully it gets approved and we can get this out. Give Crazy respawn time. He will figure it out eventually. I'm sure we will love it even better than it will be able to be used on it. Exactly, and I think that was the reason why we went down the skin route. Songbird, to be fair, we were, as I said, there was going to be custom collisions and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, if you look at the first stream, it's mental, the difference between the two. But yeah, the other thing I wanted to say as well, tune in on Tuesday, because well, yeah, we've got a full village castle that's been built over the last 2 weeks. You've probably seen some of the pictures in the Discord, but I want to show you what can be built and done with this mod. So Breeny's been super busy over the last 2 weeks pulling something together. We are looking to pull together a video for the mod as well, so I will be asking people in the community if they want to kind of come and join, do a bit of role playing, do a bit of filming, and I want to try and get a really good video for this mod as well, so we can kind of showcase it in all its glory. But yeah, join us on Tuesday because I really want to show you what we've come up with. It's absolutely phenomenal, and you'll get to see that, including the deco stuff as well, all together in a build, not just me kind of placing things out kind of randomly as well. So yeah, if you've got any questions, pop it in chat or pop it in my Discord, and yeah, give us some feedback, let us know what you think. And I want to say thanks as well to everyone who has been watching this stream from the start. There's been quite a few in there as well. Thank you so much for all your feedback throughout the last, I was going to say a couple of weeks, but it's been, what, 4 or 5 months we've been doing this now, Crazy? But yeah, thanks for everyone's feedback, it really has helped. But again, a big massive thank you to everyone who's helped to test this mod as well. It was there's been 2 weeks of kind of extensive testing, fixing things, tweaking things, and showing us things that we thought will work and that won't. So thank you to everyone who's helped with that process as well. Couldn't have done it without you as well. Couldn't get it as polished as it is. And yeah, man, I guess, as always, all that's left for me to say is thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Hope you enjoy the mod, and I will see you all on the next stream. Bye, everyone.